hanging from a thread till you dead. Cause your partner put a price on your head. Cause your chick was laying up in his bed. She getting details, spilling every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale of fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep parts. You a savage, you can have it, just show how your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, a soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I'll survive, find this lands for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, stray bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shivering, it's a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence. Dare you to say something. No sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next. Open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers was shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving. What is poppin', my people? Welcome back to Shy Ill Reacts. I am your host, Shy Ill, and we are back in the building. You can call me Shy, just don't call me out my name. Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all being here on this late Friday night. All right, seems like my West Coasters are a little spoiled. All right, East Coasters not gonna be too happy about that. All right, some of them are in their bed, some of them are at the party. But we right here right now. Salutes. All right, I was already going live late tonight. Just felt like it just felt right. Then we started goofing off in the Discord for an hour, and now we're back. All right, we're back. Wanted to check out something light, a little lighter than what we went through yesterday. We got age restricted. I filed an appeal today. They said, "Oh yeah, we'll get back to you about your appeal in 72 hours." 72 seconds later, pow, shot down in a blaze of glory. Salutes. All right. Make sure y'all hit the like button on the way in. Salutes to the usual suspects in the building. We chilling, man. Got a couple of things I want to check out. I got an interrogation video. Video says when he realizes he helped terminate his son, which is crazy. So that's an interrogation video. And then we got one where a manipulating girlfriend arrested after destroying her boyfriend's Rolls Royce with cat litter. All right. And then we'll go from there, man, and see how it goes, man. We just chilling. Yeah, the tubo got me. They shot me down in a blaze of glory. Salutes. All right. Shout out Albert Flores. Number one, there's a dispute going on here. All right. But I know you guys are joking, but it brings up obvious issues. And, it, sometimes you guys are looking at a number on YouTube, and I'm looking at a different number here. And it's kind of hard to quantify those things. Somebody really good at figuring out how to do these type of things is the homie Zaya. So I'm going to reach out to him and talk to him about, how to implement, doing cool things like, figuring out who's first. And sometimes people get a prize and stuff like that. But a way to make it definitive. And I know one thing that you can't make definitive is the like. It's something that he says all the time is that he wishes that they would tell you who hit the like button. Because that's some real shit to do for the channel. So salutes, hit the like button. All right, Albert Flores, number one. Salutes, Zoraida on the check-in. Number two, Shai, saludos, perfect timing. Just got home from my Friday fun day. Tomorrow's another day. Salutes. How was your Friday fun day? Hope it was great. What's up? You gonna fill us in? What happened? You was with your girlfriends? Where your girlfriends at? Tell them to get in the chat. We want to talk our shit to them too. Salutes. Boom. This is the dispute right here. I don't know, Albert. I think my like beat yours. We need answers here. See, I could see how many viewers we got, how many likes we're getting. But sometimes the number changes. If you guys recall, one night we were trying to get 100 likes. You guys saw over 100 and I saw like 97. So it be like that, man. We'll figure it out. All right? Shout out Brittany Montalvo on the check-in. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Salutes to the homie Young Jizzle. Appreciate you. 298 Sosa. Salutes. Jonathan Pantoja, like number 5. Salutes. Shout El My Dude into the chat. And the El Cartel. Salutes to you, sir. Right, everybody saluting each other. Salutes, Yael, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Right, ECA22 in the chat. Saludos. Effing tube. ECA22, like number 9. Hit that like button, chat. Salutes. Absolutely, I appreciate it. All right, so hopefully y'all got a little bit of time. We're going to hang out. We're going to start with Buddy that helped terminate his son. And we're going to go from there. To any newbies that come in the house, let's be cordial till they're not. And we'll go from there. All right? Salutes. I was listening to music. I wish I could do a show where I could just jam out to some music. Me and Albert Flores was just talking a little bit of music in the Discord. Jonathan's always putting everybody up on music in the Discord. And it's like, copyrights kill everything. I wish I could sit down and have that conversation and hit people to some music and some backstories and stuff like that. There's going to have to be a way I do it where I do the live stream. I don't know, man. It's something to think about, but I'd like to do that. I'd like to figure out a way to do maybe on a different channel, but once I got enough viewers that it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter if I'm getting monetized on YouTube. I'll be able to, figure that out. We'll see what happens. Salutes. We're going to get into it. Washington County 911 call right after a shooting. Right? Washington County. All right. Thank God it wasn't Illinois. It's usually Illinois. Albert Flores was saying, I just think that'd be dope. Copyright suck. I think you could do reactions, but it's probably a lot to deal with. Yeah. You know, they say fair use, but they still strike you. You know, they say fair use, but they still strike you. It's a very slippery slope. And those type of channels that use other people's copyright they're the pickings, the perfect pickings for the day that YouTube decides to just demonetize all those channels because of this rule or that rule. Boom. A lot of people's livelihood is gone, so you can't just depend on copyrighted material. Because there are channels strictly based on song breakdowns, and those people have a lot of their eggs in that basket. And, you know, universe forbid, YouTube doesn't shut them down one day. Now, I don't know how they do it. I wish I knew. Right? Me, I get clapped for the tiniest bit of music. I get clapped for this. I get clapped for that. I'm not even supposed to say this platform's name while we up here, you know? Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, yeah. But, there's a lot of channels I'd love to do. I'd love to do movies. I'd love to sit here and talk movies and explain to you why The Godfather is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And from my perspective, from my point of view, you know? I'd love to do a whole lot of that. But, you know, it seems they clap me less when I do, you know, what we did yesterday, all shootouts. You know what I'm saying? Like, all cartel talk. They only monetize some of that stuff. That other stuff is, you put some music up there. Now, I know there's a way to season your channel. For instance, Zaya's channel, one of Zaya's channels doesn't have, it's not monetized, right? But he's been playing music on that channel for so long that the space in between the time that they knocked his live off air and the amount of music he was going to be able to play, it's spread out over time. Like he seasoned the channel and they just gave up on him, right? And what he would do is after the music live, he would just cut it out or delete the live, right? It was something that if you were there for the moment, you were there. So that's cool. I wish I could do that. I don't have the channel seasoned to the point where I could play 20, 30 minutes of uninterrupted music and commentary and not get clapped before it's even over, you know? Maybe it's worth a try one day, but I don't know that I want to gamble with my channel like that, you know? Salutes. All right, but we sidetracked talking about shit, you know, aspirations, shit that I'd like to do on YouTube. Let's get it.
Hello, I need someone to tell me what's going on.
Help me!
Late in the night on June 5th, 2021, officers from the Woodbury and Oakdale Police Department in
Oh, hold on. One more thing. Let me check something. Yeah, we're going to also gift out 10 memberships before the end of this live stream. So, hopefully those go to the people that we usually see here. I'd like for y'all to get them. How that works is you get a free membership for 30 days. I'm able to give away 10 every month. I like to give those away early in the month and get that popping. All right? So, just a side note.
Minnesota.
Hello, I need someone to tell me what's going on.
Help me!
Late in the night on June 5th, 2021, officers from the Woodbury and Oakdale Police Department in Minnesota receive a slew of 911 calls about a drive-by shooting that took place in a residential neighborhood at a high school graduation party. Dispatch begins notifying officers of a white Tahoe that is potentially involved. Multiple officers patrol the area.
These kids can't even celebrate their graduation without some bullshit.
While others secure the scene of the shooting and gather information.
Stay in your house.
Did they say there was any
High school graduation calls about a drive-by shooting that took place in a residential neighborhood at a high school graduation party. Dispatch begins notifying officers of a white Tahoe that is potentially involved. Multiple officers patrol the area while others secure the scene of the shooting and gather information.
Stay in your house. Hey, what house is this, guys? All right, hands. Show me hands. Show me hands. Don't move. Right here, this house. Okay, nobody move. Someone shot?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know.
Walk to me. Walk to me.
We didn't shoot.
Walk to me.
Okay.
Just follow our orders and we'll figure this out.
While this is going on, officers discover the white Tahoe speeding by.
Again, Woodbury squads, either white Tahoe or white Escalade, driving fast by
Boy, they got
611.
Get out here.
My house is full of people.
719. I need a lot of cars to the house.
A lot of cars out.
576, I got a white SUV, northbound Century, high rate of speed, passing up Rafton.
Everybody out! Everybody out! Let's go!
There's a baby.
Okay, well, we need you out
I
here.
need everybody to come out of my house. Everybody.
After the officer clears the house, he continues to inspect the rest of the scene. Soon, officers will question them further on what happened. Right now, the main priority for officers involves capturing the suspect and ending the pursuit.
7131, I'm coming down 94, I'm almost to Century.
Almost at 94. Westbound 94 from Century.
7131, I'll be behind him shortly.
731, I'll be behind 76.
Still high rate of speed, passing vehicles, run the frontage road.
Passing vehicles on the frontage road.
They should have got gone. They should have got rid of that car. Footed it, whatever. Because to be peeped on the other side of the road by the police, and it's an APB out on your ass, boy, you wildin'.
Committed westbound 94.
Committed westbound 94.
Still westbound under Ruth.
Westbound under Ruth.
Gone.
Still westbound, approaching 61, speed 120.
I mean, it's crazy to think about it. Like, it used to cost millions to advertise on TV, and
Approaching 61, speed is 120.
Over Johnson Parkway by St. Paul and Ramsey County.
Over Johnson Parkway, we're advising on LTAC 1.
7131, I'm left on call calling.
Dangerous, man. You playing with everybody's lives on that highway when you're running through there, but you don't care. You just want to get away. It's just what it is. It's life. Humans don't give a shit. 5,500 pounds. What up, Shaw L fam? Salutes to you, sir. Deb Heiser just got home. Hope everyone's having a good Friday night. Salutes to you, Deb. Hundreds up. Hundreds up for y'all in the chat. I appreciate y'all hanging out tonight. Let's get it.
Approaching 52.
Copy, approaching 52.
10-4. Lead 600 Victoria, westbound.
6 westbound at Victoria.
We're coming up to 35 east.
Split? All right.
Approaching 35 east.
Oh, no, I thought that was a split.
To the stop. Was driving conduct. Vehicles driving over 4 lanes of traffic. No signals. Making erratic turns.
Vehicle description.
Everybody else, let me know if the sound is good. Deb doesn't seem to have any sound.
Car.
We got a pit car to the front.
Need a pick car to the front.
And we have a pit. We have a pit.
He said it too. We got the pit car in the front. Yeah, everybody else seems to hear it, Deb. You gotta hit the volume on your shit. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. Salutes. Hit him with the pit. Put your hands up, Papa. It's a wrap, son.
Show.
The dude in the passenger side, front passenger side's already copping. Please watch him. What's he saying?
And we have a pit.
Good pit at 12.
He's already pointing and saying shit. I got kidnapped. All right, salutes, Deb.
Show me your
hands. Keep your hands up now. Don't move.
I'm gonna terminate where
Do not move.
Shot in the back. There's someone shot.
Okay. Don't move. I'll get you somebody. We got someone shot in the back. 7131. We have somebody shot in the back seat.
Alright, so y'all was trying to get to a hospital? It depends. If you switched your route to get away from the police, instead of keeping your route direct to the hospital, I ain't trying to hear that. You was trying to get to the hospital shit.
You start me right from St. Paul.
Having someone shot in the back seat.
We're not gonna shoot. You keep your fucking hands up. I have an ambulance coming. Do you understand me? Yes, we will.
Chicago Avenue.
Okay? I want you to get out of the car. You.
Dude in the driver's seat crying already.
Get on the ground.
This kid was copping pleas already. We're gonna see. Are they the victims? Or is their boy dying in the back of this car?
Get down! Get over here on the ground! Get now!
I don't know what he's doing.
Driver, you crawl over to me. Yep, you crawl over and you get on that ground now.
Jackson, we're serving an ambulance. Welcome to Jackson.
Get on the grass. Right there. On the grass. Go to the grass. Go. Get down!
Students with ADHD save 10 hours studying with this Chrome extension. But no.
Please help. I'll clasp your hands. Where's he shot at?
I got a shot. Where'd he get hit?
Back! He's running his back! He's unconscious.
All right.
14 years old.
Guess what? You know, your homeboys dying in the back. Police start chasing you on the way to the hospital. You probably better off letting them. But you know, their plan was to drop his ass off and keep it moving. That's what their plan was. We'll see.
Officers out with individuals. Is he breathing?
I can't tell. I don't think so. Actually, we'll go your way. Yeah, he's got one in the back or two.
Get him to the hospital.
Graduation party gone bad.
Sit up on the curb. Sit up.
Stand up.
Scoot back on the curb. Sit on the curb. You're good there. Hang tight for me, okay?
I gotta just carry him, guys.
Is there a Xavier here?
No, sir.
Do you guys know Xavier?
No.
Okay.
This officer inquires about a known individual attendee of the graduation party, Xavier. Back at the crime scene, witnesses noted known attendee Xavier and two of his friends got into a physical altercation with another attendee, Davion, before the shootout occurred. After Davion and his group of friends left, witnesses shared that Xavier and others fired their own guns at the vehicle involved in this chase. Xavier and his group of friends apparently took off immediately after the shooting. Nobody seemed to know where they were, nor would they find them that night. Shortly after this, 911 operators would get a call regarding a possible domestic situation they initially thought was unrelated to this case. However, they would soon learn that the call came due to the shooting victim's mother, Trisha, crying out in remorse over her 14-year-old son being shot. While officers are on scene at her home, Trisha's other son, 16-year-old Davion, his girlfriend, 19-year-old Brianna, and a friend to the family referred to as an auntie arrive. The two kids are panicked about what they just experienced. At this point, officers know that the 14-year-old in the backseat of this vehicle was shot and that the driver was indeed rushing to the hospital. After securing the scene, multiple officers lift the 14-year-old up, each appearing to grab one limb each, and physically carry him about 50 yards over to Regions Hospital, a level 1 trauma center in St. Paul. The man driving the vehicle was soon discovered to be the boy's stepfather.
Hey, are any of you guys injured? No. You're okay? You're okay?
Boy's stepfather. High school party. So hard to stay out of trouble. There's always shit popping off. There always has been. But now there's no, the scrap is just a prelude to the gats.
Get him to the hospital.
Hey, you're okay?
Yes.
Are you injured?
Oh my
Nah, he just crying like a hoe because he got his stepson shot. Hold on, but that was a lot. That was a lot. I need to go back and listen to this. What he just said here was a lot, all right? You got the what is it? 4 guys in the car, one of them is shot. Officer inquires about Xavier. Xavier and 2 of his friends get into it with Davion. After Davion and his group of friends leave, witnesses shared that Xavier and others fired their own hammers at the vehicles involved in this chase. Xavier and his group of friends apparently took off immediately after the shooting. Nobody seemed to know where they were, nor would they find them that night. Shortly after this, 911 operators would get a call regarding a possible domestic situation they initially thought was unrelated to this case. However, they would soon learn that call came due to the shooting victim, which is, I guess, the kid in the car, mother, Trisha, crying out in remorse over her 14-year-old son being shot. Is that the kid in the car? While officers are on scene at her home, Trisha's other son, Davion, which is probably the driver's son, because they say he's the stepfather of, no, Trisha's other son, 16-year-old Davion, his girlfriend, 19-year-old Brianna, and a friend to the family referred to as Auntie, arrive. At this point, officers know that the 14-year-old in the back seat of this vehicle was shot and that the driver was indeed rushing to the hospital. After securing the scene, multiple officers lifted him. All right, that's still a lot. It's not very clear, or I'm not comprehending it, but salutes to y'all. Hunters up in the chat. Jonathan said, like and subscribe to the great quality content. It's free. Salutes.
14-year-old up, each appearing to grab one limb each and physically carry him about 50 yards over to Regions Hospital, a level 1 trauma center in St. Paul. The man driving the vehicle was soon discovered to be the boy's stepfather.
Hey, are any of you guys injured? No. You're okay? You're okay?
I was just trying to get him to the hospital.
Hey, you're okay?
Yes.
Are you injured?
Oh my God.
Have you any spots to confirm code 4 crash scene?
Yeah, good. In the back. Switch.
Switch out. Which door are we going in? No.
With LTAC 1, you'll fill the dispatcher.
It's a baby.
Officers soon questioned the other occupants of the vehicle and found the driver to be 35-year-old Keith Dawson, the stepfather of the 14-year-old shooting victim. He was traveling with his younger brother of 20 years, 15-year-old DeMarco, and a friend of DeMarco's, 15-year-old Michael. Simultaneously at Trisha's house, officers questioned Davion and Brianna. They shared with officers that they were shot at after a physical dispute between Davion and another individual named Jaden Levon Townsend, 19, assisted by 2 other aggressors, Xavier Drew Hudson, 17, and Enrique Lucio Davila, 23. The story they told officers aligned with Keith's telling of the event that night, which we will cover in a moment. Officers then left Trisha's home, likely due to the domestic dispute being resolved and questioning deemed complete. This leads us to the interrogation with Keith Dawson, who was just informed that his 14-year-old stepson, Damaris, did not survive his wounds.
I can hang out here with Keith, okay? If you guys just want to hang out in the hall, because Adam's got 2 right down the hall that he's going to be trying to have parents come and pick him up and stuff, okay?
What's that?
So, okay, thank you.
Chaperone, or what you doing just hanging out with your kids and shit, or with their friends and all of this shit?
Brought you mind-boggling video of crashes like these for years. But what happens to the victims? Apart from sometimes serious injuries, they can face months of paperwork, enormous medical dollars, and damage from in the nation. One significant hit by a Penske truck in November and has pre-trial offer, and we're 100% free unless you win. It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. Remember, you can see the description.
Twist you around, you get into St. Paul.
/MNCrime, or find the link in the description.
When you get into St. Paul there, and it sounds like they pitted your car. Okay. Twist you around.
Yeah, I'm trying to go slow. I didn't want. He had me around. I'm trying to get to the hospital.
Yeah.
Hey, man, they get so much shot. When the sun shot, then shot. You know, that's why I'm gone. I ain't got time to be stopping, man. I'm going to the hospital.
Yeah.
That little second, any second could have saved, you know.
The autopsy performed at a later date detailed that the bullet traveled through a lung and parts of his heart.
I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to save it. I'm trying. I went to Blueberry Hospital. It was closed.
I know.
Man, try.
I know.
Need the perfect voice for your next marketing video?
I'm not evil. I'm not mean. Right? But that cop is just bullshitting his way through life. I know. He's like, we was trying to save him. Y'all didn't let us get there. Been married 25 years and we have 7 kids. Parents nowadays want to be the child's friend and don't parent the child. Facts. They scared of him and shit.
Date detailed that the bullet traveled through a lung and parts of his heart.
I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to save it. I'm trying. I went to Blueberry Hospital. It was closed.
I know.
And he's setting up the lawsuit over here. We was trying to save him. Y'all stopped us.
Man,
I'm a sinner.
Sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to save it. I'm trying. I went to Blueberry Hospital. It was closed.
I know.
Man, try.
I know.
I was looking at party. He's already got me for both jets. Tubing, man. You need to go. We go. Graduation party, man. That's it, man.
That's what Michael said.
What? You go tubing, man.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Everybody was children having a good time. Then what happened? Tell me what happened. It was just some children shit, and they started busting at each other. That's what happens.
Keith, before we start talking here, I don't know. I'm kind of coming in on the back end, and I have, I've been talking to people and kind of have a good idea of what's going on here, okay? And I know that I understand the reason why you just kept on going to the hospital. Makes complete sense.
That makes complete sense. Now tell us how that boy got shot. What happened? Huh?
So we come and they robbing them and stuff, and brother and stuff.
Okay. Before we get into that, I know you're going through so much right now, but because I have you here, okay, I have to read your rights. I'm not saying you're going to jail, okay, but I have to read your rights because you're technically in custody, okay? So before we get into details, if you want to get into details, I got to do that, okay? You understand? Okay. Okay, Keith, right now you have the right to remain silent. Do you understand each of these rights I explained to you? Okay. Do you want to talk here today?
I'm going to get charged with anything?
I feel like you wearing capris, man. Like, I don't know. It's not me. Can't do it. What you doing, bro?
Honestly, right now, I don't know. I'm going to shut the door here. You fled from police, and that makes complete sense to me, okay? So looking at this from where I'm at now, I can't say you're not getting charged. I couldn't, given the circumstances, it's reasonable what you did, but I don't know. My plan is getting you home. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You want to talk?
Yeah. I guess a couple of weeks before that, I guess they was telling me that they was having some money and some guys or something, but I don't know.
Demarius was saying that?
Demarius and Davion or whatever.
Okay.
I guess something with his older brother, I don't know why they messing with my kids or something,
Yeah.
They don't be out in the streets or nothing like that. So he called me tonight, I just got out the shower. He called, man, they trying to rob my brother, take his car, and he got rims and stuff with 16-year-old. He got some rims on his car, nice car and stuff. And
so when Demarius called you, so he was at the party, he called you,
Yep.
He's having problems.
Yep. He called me. He said some guys at the thing trying to rob him right now.
Did he say any names or anything?
Ain't no name. He said something about some WAP or something like that. I don't know what that is. I heard him say something about some WAP or something. I don't know.
Okay.
What's that or whatever, but I heard him say something about WAP or something.
Okay.
Here, Keith mentions the aggressor, likely referring to Xavier, is part of the WAP. He probably means the Bad Side Mafia, aka WAP gang of the Twin Cities. According to the Pioneer Press, a criminal complaint surrounding it.
Lying ass. I don't know what WAP mean. Yes, you do. Y'all done had the conversation. According to Pioneer Press, a criminal complaint surrounding Xavier's crimes as a juvenile indicated
Xavier's crimes as a juvenile indicated he was a known associate of the gang. His juvenile crimes included a robbery at gunpoint, where he shot at his victim as they attempted to flee in February of 2021. He was apparently given a conditional release from this crime on May 25, 2021, 11 days before Damaris's killing. Reports also indicate that, the day before the events in this video, Xavier had allegedly used a firearm to threaten other persons inside a restaurant. In an interrogation held at a later date with Xavier, the 17-year-old describes in his own way what the WOP is.
What's the WOP? W-O-P-P. What does that stand for?
WOP?
Yeah.
You got it all over t-shirts and stuff in your room and hats in the house and...
Yeah, on top. What did they say? I have no brain fart right now. But WAP and BSM are the same thing though.
BSM? What's BSM?
Bad side music. So I could be like on WAP, I could be like on the WAP, or I could be like on BSM.
So it's like the group that you rap with?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm coming trying to get there. By the time I got there, I pulled up and started shooting from both sides, you know what I'm saying?
So when you got there, you saw this, you heard the shots?
Yeah, when I got there and I pulled up, so shooting from both sides or something like that. And then shots
so
off
far
straight,
he's talking
just going
like
straight.
the victims. So far he's talking like, hey man, you know, they was bullying my boy. He called me. I came over there and shit went left, right? He's talking like a victim. I don't know. Let's see how long that lasts. He look like he's wearing capris. I don't get it. If I'm not wading in water like in Puerto Rico fishing, I'm straight with the, you know. Salutes Velez 408 on the check-in. Super late. You said maybe they didn't send out the notification. You know how the platform be with me. Salutes Velez 408, late but on time. Salutes. I always said when I watched this the first time, I thought they meant WAP. I was like, then I read WOPP. I was like, okay, still sounds weird though. There's many versions. I'll tell you a story. When the WAP song came out, who was that? That was Cardi. I was walking with a director. We was on set shooting something. I was walking with a director, and I just mentioned out loud to somebody, and the song was popular at the time, something about WAP, and he was like, "Oh, who talks like this? It's a slur to Italians. Talks like that. People end up in the river over talking like that." I was like, "Papa, don't nobody put me in no fucking river. Number one, and that's not what I'm even talking about. And I'm older than you. All right? What are we talking about here?" Yep, Cardi B song. Preach Albert. I may not be married and my son may be 1.5 feet taller than me, but I make the rules in this house. He knows. Salutes. All right, so he's saying he got there. And they started busting.
So it's like the group that you rap with?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm coming trying to get there. By the time I got there, I pulled up and started shooting from both sides, you know what I'm saying?
So when you got there, you saw this, you heard the shots?
Yeah, when I got there and I pulled up, so shooting from both sides or something like that. And then I took off straight, just going straight, because I don't know where it's going. It's night, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what bullet's coming from or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She come through that way and coming out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just going, you know, so I get going fast, duck it down, trying not to hit nothing. And I'm like,
I will tell you this. I don't care what situation I'm in. If somebody calls me and I gotta jump out my house and go handle something, I promise you, I don't care how much lack of time I have, I'm gonna put on a pair of sneakers or boots. You know what I mean? I'm never running into conflict in some slides. It's just not, I don't get it. I don't understand it.
People out there and everything. So as I'm going down that way, they must was coming behind me too. They be Damaris and them driving behind me. They shooting at them too. You know what I'm saying? So I guess when they shooting at them, by the time we got to the end, it's a roundabout, like a dead end thing. Now I don't know my.
Was it like a park?
Yes, a park down there. So I get right there. They get right there. I see them. I'm thinking this the dude and I'm finna start shooting, but that was David and Damaris. And they tell me, Damaris shot, jump out. I grab him and put him in the Tahoe with me to try to hurry up and run him to the hospital. Me and DeMarco
and Michael.
Yep. We all jump in the car. He shot. Where? I don't know. I'm picking him up. I don't see no blood on me or nothing. Pick him up, throw him in the car. I'm flying.
This scene that Keith shares here is captured during a 911 call.
Starting date Saturday, June 5th, 2021, 22 hours 43 minutes 8 seconds.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Come here. Hey! Oh, my cousin died. My cousin. He died. We in the parking lot. My cousin, he just got shot. My cousin just got shot.
Your car is being... What is going on with your car?
My cousin just got shot.
Your car got... What's going on?
We got to open the door.
Man, for a community where this is what we go through, you know what I'm saying? You would think all the shit talk, all of the rap talk, man, like, calm your ass down, get precise on the phone, man. You know what I'm saying? You already got somebody over there that's, what? Huh? You gotta know what the fuck you talking about. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. Imagine having to get down in sandals. It's just not a thing to do, you know?
Hello, I need someone to tell me what's going on. Hello?
Hey, bro, you're not helping nobody.
Hello, I need someone to tell me what's going on.
Help me!
I need to know where you are. I need to know where you are.
I'm trying to help. Come on.
I need to know where you are.
No. Man. Come on. Y'all got put the GPS on. Come in.
Hello?
The caller suddenly hangs up. The moments after this lead to officers arriving on scene and beginning their pursuit.
That took a long ass time to get him from one car to the other, man. That's a lot of chaos and bullshit. It's crazy. It's crazy.
From the moment this 911 call was initiated to the moment officers transported the boy over to hospital staff, roughly 15 minutes surpassed.
Was he making any noises?
Roughly 15 was initiated, arriving on scene and beginning their pursuit. From the moment this 911 call was initiated to the moment officers transported the boy over to hospital staff, roughly 15 minutes surpassed.
Was he making any noises?
Jonathan said dispatch failing on so many levels. I think they was both failing because they weren't giving the dispatch nothing to work with either.
Officers transported the boy over to hospital staff, roughly 15 minutes surpassed.
Was he making any noises? I heard him in the car. You heard him kind of, okay. And then your fiance, is she, do you know where she is right now?
She at Regis.
Okay. And what's your fiance's name? Trisha. I'm just going to step out here. I'm going to try and find my partner and see kind of where we're at and see what we can do about you, okay?
After this officer
So they must have called the mother when it went down, and then she screamed that her house went crazy, and then the neighbors called the police on that house.
left the room, he found Keith and his party's telling of the situation contradicted other witness statements collected at the scene of the crime. Shortly after this discovery, the officer returns to question Keith again with this newfound information.
All right, Keith, this is my partner, Paul, here. Hi. Paul was at the scene.
And Paul thinks you full of shit, Keith. Paul coming here to grill you, son. You're done. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, yo.
Shortly after this discovery, the officer returns to question Keith again with this newfound information.
All right, Keith, this is my partner, Paul, here. Hi. Paul was at the scene, and he talked to some people to try to get the perspective of what happened there, okay? Our goal is to find out exactly what happened. And I think there's some inconsistencies you're telling me. We want to get to the bottom of this. We know there's a couple casings in your truck. What happened?
I pulled up. There's some guys out there, and they started shooting, like I told you.
Jonathan said, because doesn't dispatch ping your phone and unlock your numbers? Based on my experience with calling 911. Yeah, you probably know better than me. I don't know, but I'm wondering what good it would have done them, because these guys were on the move. You know what I mean? They did ping the phone. Were able to hit them back or whatever. These guys were hell-bent on going. They gave up on that phone. They were hell-bent on getting to a hospital at that point.
Okay.
And running from the police. Now we got to see if Keith talking bullshit.
Some stuff inconsistencies are telling me. We want to get to the bottom of this. We know there's a couple casings in your truck. What happened?
There's a couple casings in his truck. So he did not say nothing about they busted at anybody. All he said, he was a victim. They was busting at him. Why don't you do something on the Venezuelan gang? Eventually, I'll get there. We'll see. I'll get to all the rumors and the bullshit that people are spewing out there, and then to the truths of it. We'll get there.
There's some guys out there, they start shooting, like I told you.
Okay.
They start shooting. We'll shoot you on this side, we'll shoot you on that side.
So I was out talking to witnesses, as far as I can tell, that they don't have a dog in the game. They're telling me that there was a fight between a couple of the kids that were at this grad party, and that Davion was saying something
He
similar.
hasn't said anything about shooting no nothing. He didn't answer for the shells dude just asked him about. Let me see.
And I think there's some stuff inconsistencies are telling me. We want to get to the bottom of this. We know there's a couple casings in your truck. What happened?
Pulled up. There's some guys out there, they start shooting, like I told you.
Okay.
They start shooting. We'll shoot you on this side, we'll shoot you on that side.
So I was out talking to witnesses.
But he didn't say I shot back. You know what I'm saying? He has nothing to say about it. Yeah, salutes, William Borden. Yeah, I've thought about it, but, we'll get to it. I want to get to, I'll get to it. Let that story develop some. Again, I'm just, very careful with what I want to give my energy to. Salutes. No dispatch can pin your number, but that does give them an exact location. It only gives them an area. It doesn't give them an exact location. It gives them an area in which the phone is at. Yeah, and they were on the move already. But Les Forway says, seen something that the whole Colorado thing with them gangs ain't what they painted to be. I don't know. We're going to look into it. Maybe we do that this week. And go through it.
As far as I can tell, that they don't have a dog in the game. They're telling me that there was a fight between a couple of the kids that were at this grad party, and
got out of hand.
That Davion was saying something similar to, I'm going to make some calls and I'm going to keep this bitch up and blah, 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 blah. And within 10 minutes or less, they see a white Tahoe come into the neighborhood. One person said it was kind of creeping, with the person looking all around. And then another person said that it was kind of driving and like quick stopping, like it was looking for somebody or looking for something. And I got people that were standing by a car across the street right next to it. And I got people standing at the foot of the driveway that see this car come in. They see a lone male driver in a light SUV lean over and start popping rounds. They see the flash coming on the inside of the car. They saw nobody else in this SUV, and that is the first shots being fired towards this other group. And then there's a slight pause, and then just a rally of bullets flying and everywhere, and everyone went scattering and running and hiding and ducking. How do you explain that?
So you pulled up. Poppy pulled up. I'm going to prove to my stepson that I ain't no punk. I'm going to go shoot up the party. They're going to try to press him at the party. I'm going to go shoot up the party. Or he called stepdad thinking stepdad's tough. Stepdad go over there nervous, scared, and just start busting first. Come on, Keith. Got to give him the information. They said the flashes came from the inside, and you got casings. There's shells inside your car. Hey, what you going to say?
Shit everywhere. Shots fired.
That's fire.
Did you fire back?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Fired.
There you go.
I appreciate you being honest.
About time.
Okay.
Did you fire first?
Yeah, fired.
You did?
See, he didn't even think before he answered that question. Dude's trying to ask him if he fired first, and he jumped into the yes. Should have thought about
Appreciate
that
you
one.
being honest. Okay.
Did you fire first?
Yeah, fired.
You did?
Shots started firing, man.
There you go. He cleaned it up. I heard shots and started firing. boy, you better slow down, take a deep breath. You know what I mean? Take a deep breath, count Mississippi in your head, backwards and forwards, and then answer these questions, all right? Don't do yourself dirtier than you've already done yourself and your family. Stupid.
You heard shots and started firing? Or did you?
Shots just started firing.
Okay.
Did they start before you started, or did you start because there was some stuff told to you by people that were there that made you feel like you needed to react in a certain way to protect your family or to protect whatever?
I feel trying to rob and tell you my stuff for my kids and stuff. And stuff kept going on or whatever, man.
Okay.
So who fired first?
Fired first.
You did?
Gave
How does
himself
that
up. He
resolve?
couldn't hold the lie. He couldn't hold the lie. You'd have had to prove that one on me. What? Got to prove it. What you mean? There was 17 guns out here, right? You tell me who shot first. I ain't telling you shit.
The conflict between your kids and these kids? Or was it just anger? Or?
Anger, man. They keep.
Back in 2022, I lost two very important people in my life. Big figures. It really wasn't until February.
All right, this response was redacted.
Or was it just the conflict between your kids and these kids? Or was it just anger? Or?
Anger, man. They keep.
Where's the gun?
They keep picking on my stepsons because they got cars and shit. So I gunned them up. Lawyer said, listen here, stupid. You gotta learn how to shut up.
I do it.
Okay.
It's over there on Century.
Do you think it's on Century?
Yeah, it's
So
Century in the parking lot.
Century in the park. Where's the gun?
I do it.
Okay.
It's over there on Century.
Do you think it's on Century?
Yeah, it's
So
Century in the parking lot.
Century in the park. What parking lot?
It's a parking lot over on Century by that S8 over there, by that apartment building.
Okay. We need to try and figure out where this gun is so it doesn't. A little kid don't pick up this gun. Okay. I'm gonna pull my map out.
Keith continues to explain details of that night with apparent honesty. He shares where he started shooting, where he threw the gun out the window, and ultimately came clean about his actions. With Keith's confession, officers took him into custody with charges pending. They were also able to obtain the gun he had thrown out the window. Their next steps required putting warrants out for the other 3 aggressors involved, that being Jaden, Enrique, and Xavier. However, over a week had gone by, and the 3 were nowhere to be found. It was clear that several dozen bullets flew that night. Investigators found bullet holes all over the neighborhood, including in uninvolved vehicles, houses, and some with jaw-dropping trajectories. One bullet's path just above a pillow, where if a person had been laying, they likely would have died. It is astounding that no one else at the scene was hit or killed. Investigators, working alongside crime scene forensics, would have a firm understanding of the details that unfolded that night. Next, we will detail the story in full. That night, Damaris.
All of those rounds that people let off, right? All of these rounds, all of these people, so many people involved. 1, maybe 2 gets hit out of 200 rounds, 300 rounds. Like, y'all gotta stop, man. You gotta stop. It's not what it was anymore. The game done changed. This is just all posturing to the new extent. And the new extent is to crash out. You know? Dad went out there to crash out with a bunch of kids.
Damaris tagged along with his older brother Davian Brianna. Story in full. That night, Damaris tagged along with his older brother Davian, Brianna, DeMarco, and Michael to Brianna's friend's graduation party. They had all carpooled in Brianna's silver Kia Forte. Minutes after arriving at the party, the group would be confronted by Jaden, who was accompanied by Xavier and Enrique. In court testimony, Davian, the victim's brother, notes he is immediately uncomfortable with how they acted. He described that Jaden appeared to want to fight, and interrogation later held with Xavier supported this.
Jaden said something like, hey bro, wasn't you like trying to get a gun to shoot at us and stuff like that? Then Davian like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Jaden's like, yeah bro, why ain't you just talk to me like a man or something? I feel disrespected, can we fight? Davion was like, nah, bro, I'm not fighting you and shit.
Davian detailed that his little brother said he was ready to leave. Davian agreed before Jaden, Xavier, and Enrique blocked them. Davian testified that
Nah, bro, I'm not fighting you and shit. I feel disrespected. Can we fight? Davion was like, nah, bro, I'm not fighting you and shit.
Davian detailed that his little brother said he was ready to leave. Davian agreed before Jaden, Xavier, and Enrique blocked them. Davian testified that Enrique lifted up his shirt and revealed a gun in his waistband as he said, "Don't try anything." Enrique then tried to take whatever was in Davian's pockets. Davian in this moment recognized Xavier not just as a classmate from school, but also as a client. Davian had cut hair as a barber and had just cut Xavier's hair weeks prior to that night. His father, Keith, even mentions this during his interrogation.
My son, he cut hair. Davion cut hair. I guess these same little kids have been over at our house.
Davian noted in court testimony, "I kept telling Xavier, I said, get your friends. I said, I just cut your hair. I have nothing." Jaden then suddenly smacked Davian with an open hand. After that, Davian grabbed his little brother and gathered his group to leave. As he did so, Davian shares in court testimony, Xavier said, "I better see no windows come down or I'm flipping your car," implying he would shoot at them if they appeared to act in a drive-by shooting. During his interrogation, Xavier claimed to have no part in this particular situation, but that everyone was looking at him because of his status as a rapper.
I'm looking at everybody, and then everybody looking at me, right? Literally, the whole party knows me because I'm a rapper, you feel me? They all know me, you know, they listen to my music and stuff like that. They my fans or whatever like that. So I'm not a problem starter, but you feel me? I handle business. So they left.
After they get in the car, Davian's little brother, Damaris, called
all this status bullshit. I'm a rapper, you know, they're fans or whatnot. Y'all a whole bunch of fucking kids with guns that don't like to scrap. Remember yesterday's police, 96 rounds in like 40-something seconds and only 13 hit one person. It's crazy. That's the first time I ever seen a lanyard on a hammer. I didn't even notice.
calls his stepdad and Davian's biological father.
You feel me? I handle business. So they left.
After they get in the car, Davian's little brother, Damaris, calls his stepdad and Davian's biological father, Keith Dawson, and informs him of what happened. Davian explains that he took the phone from his younger stepbrother at this point and started talking to his father. Davian shared that Keith yelled at him in this moment and claimed that his father was scared. He shared his dad said to stop going places in public because there's so much drama in the world right now. Davian explained in court testimony that this was not the first incident between himself and Xavier, adding that his father likely did not know Jaden or Enrique.
They got their haircuts and everything because they go to school with each other, you know, but I don't know them personally.
So wait, they called him a punk? They told him you a punk because he don't want to go over there? What happened? Wait, hold on.
At this point, and started talking to his father. Davian shared that Keith yelled at him and this stepbrother and informs him of what happened. Davian explained Davian's biological.
And Davion's biological father. Okay, the stepdad, Keith is his biological father, all right. Keith Dawson, and informs him of what happened.
Father, Keith Dawson, and informs him of what happened. Davian explains that he took the phone from his younger
took the phone from his youngest stepbrother at this point and started
talking to his father. Davian shared that Keith yelled at him in this moment and claimed that his father was scared.
Oh, Davian shared that Keith yelled at him in this moment and claimed that his father was scared. He shared his dad said to stop going places in public because so he was lecturing him. Instead of saying I'm on my way, you know what I'm saying, and running off. That's what Shorty expected of him. He gave him a talking to.
Dad said to stop going places in public because there's so much drama in the world right now. Davian explained in court testimony that this was not the first incident between himself and Xavier, adding that his father likely did not know Jaden or Enrique.
They got their haircuts and everything because they go to school with each other, you know, but I don't know them personally though. Okay.
Keith then drove his white Chevy Tahoe and met the group in a car dealership parking lot. Here, Keith allegedly explained to the group that they needed to go back to the party so that the three harassers would stop messing with them. From here, most of the story is known. Keith drove by the party.
Wait, what? They left the party, and he told them, y'all got to go back to the party or else y'all punked and you can't go back? Wait a minute. What? He's the coach? He pulled the coach move?
Keith then drove his white Chevy Tahoe.
With each other, but I don't know them personally though.
Okay.
Keith then drove his white Chevy Tahoe and met the group in a car dealership parking lot. Here, Keith allegedly explained to the group that they needed to go back to the party so that the three harassers would stop messing with them. From here, most of the story is known. Keith drove by the party in his Tahoe while Davian trailed behind, driving the silver Kia, which housed all of his peers. Damaris sat in the middle back seat of the car. Next, Keith would shoot at the three aggressors while they were outside their Dodge Durango. Enrique would immediately start firing back, using the gun in his waistband. Xavier ran to the wheel well of his girlfriend's car.
Oh, okay, so maybe he wasn't telling them, like, he wasn't coaching them, like, going back to the party, don't let them punk you. No, he was basically saying, we got to go back and air this party out, and they're going to stop fucking with you after that. All right? So either way, you shit the bed, Pappy, because, you know, the young bull is gone now.
His peers, Damaris sat in the middle back seat of the car. Next, Keith would shoot at the three aggressors while they were outside their Dodge Durango. Enrique would immediately start firing back, using the gun in his waistband. Xavier ran to the wheel well of his girlfriend's car, where he stashed his pistol and laid down on the grass to return fire. Jaden, although the lead aggressor, did not fire a weapon. Over 40 bullets flew that night. Then Davian screamed for the passengers to duck as he tried to drive away from the scene. In this moment, Damaris exclaimed that he had been shot and that he couldn't breathe.
First of all, let me go back because something sounds extremely stupid about this.
Allegedly,
aside from all the other stupid shit, something sounds extremely stupid here.
Explained to the group that they needed to go back to the party so that the three harassers would stop messing with them. From here, most of the story is known. Keith drove by the party in his Tahoe while Davian trailed behind him, okay? Tell me what kind of sense does it make, right? For you to go bust at a crib for your kids, right? But they're trailing behind you, okay? Let's just think how the world works. First car, bust at them, peels off, they start busting back. They got you to fire at, and they got these kids to fire at. Do these kids got hammers? Are these kids firing back? This is the stupidest fucking plan. The put your kids in the line of fire-ist plan I've ever heard in my life right here. Hey, follow me. I'm going to go air them out, and they're going to bust at y'all. That's what just happened there. This dummy thought he was doing some gangster shit for his children and in front of his children. And they're trailing him while he pulls a roll. That don't even fucking make sense. Behind, driving the silver Kia, which housed all of his peers. Crazy. Damaris sat in the middle back seat of the car. Next, Keith would shoot at the three aggressors while they were outside their Dodge Durango.
That show you what the kids don't know, what they didn't know. But let's for way say he wasn't trying to get hit, put them in danger. His vantage point is going to be his vantage point no matter what happens. Even if there was nobody following him, he's on the same trajectory. They're stuck behind a car. You know what I mean? So, like, it's kind of crazy to think that he would do that shit on purpose. I think it was just stupidity. Watch this. What? You put them between you and the gunfire. You know? Wow.
Enrique would.
You're right. He wasn't trying to get hit. Put him in danger. You put them between you and the gunfire. That's crazy. What a stupid fucking play. Or it's just stupidity. Or it's just incompetence. It'd be like that. Hit the like button if you ever yet to do so, y'all.
Immediately start firing back, using the gun in his waistband. Xavier ran to the wheel well of his girlfriend's car, where he stashed his pistol and laid down on the grass to return fire. Jaden, although the lead aggressor did not fire a weapon.
And by the time they all get their weapons, they're busting at the bunch of kids that came there to see their daddy do work. Daddy didn't do shit. Daddy running around in his capris and his slides and shit. Crazy.
Over 40 bullets flew that night. Then Davian screamed for the passengers to duck as he tried to drive away from the scene. In this moment, Damaris exclaimed that he had been shot and that he couldn't breathe. When Davian turned around to look at him, he shared that Damaris's head slouched over and his brother looked lifeless. According to reports, this would be the only bullet that struck a person. Forensics shows that the bullet traveled through the
40 bullets, the only one that struck a person.
back license plate of the silver Kia and through the back seat before hitting Damaris. He was pronounced dead at 11:12 that night. Davian swears in court that he and his peers did not know Keith had a gun in the car, nor that he was going to shoot at their aggressors. This is despite witness statements that night claiming he had threatened to get the place shot up. This led to Davian honking his horn to get his father's attention so he could pull over, where they transferred Damaris from the Kia to the Tahoe. We know where Keith, Damaris, DeMarco, and Michael went that night. Davian and Brianna went a different direction in their Kia. They attempted to drive back to his mom's house. In a witness statement, Brianna shares that they were chased by the Dodge Durango they believed to be driven by Jaden with Xavier and Enrique as passengers. Davian shares that he sped and ran red lights on the way. Trying to lose track of them, they take another route, leading them to his aunt's house. This account may or may not have been driven by fear or paranoia, however. Other police reports contradict that the three aggressors drove off in the Durango. Rather, Xavier, his girlfriend Alexis, Enrique, and others got in her red Honda Civic and were followed by Jaden in his Durango, where they stopped at a gas station and then went to Xavier's home. Because Xavier had a juvenile criminal history, officers were already familiar with him and his address and attempted to extract him from his home that night. Though officers were not able to find him, Xavier shared a surprising revelation about where he was that night.
So you were still kind of in the area when Oakdale PD showed up at your house?
Yeah, man, I was being famous, man. You know, I got fans and shit. I was busy being famous. Fuck you mean?
Like, I watched everything happen. Like, I watched them surround my house 4 times.
Did you stay there all night and watch it?
Damn near. I heard, like, them say my name.
Okay, that's probably with the big giant armor tank looking thing or whatever.
Yeah, there was 3 of them.
Brianna and Davian, believing they presumably lost their assailants, entered his aunt's home and informed her of the situation. From there, she drove them in her car to Davian's house and discovered police were already there questioning his mom, who had already been informed her other son was shot. That night, Davian and Brianna's story aligned with the first account Keith told. The following morning, the pair were questioned again and were informed that Keith told the whole truth, prompting them to do the same. The incident occurred on the night of June 5th, 2021. The report must have followed. That night, Davian and Brianna's story aligned with the first account Keith told. The following morning, the pair were questioned again and were informed that Keith told the whole truth, prompting them to do the same. The incident occurred on the night of June 5th, 2021. The report much of this information was extracted from was written on June 10th. The 3 initial harassers, Jaden, Xavier, and Enrique, were still at large at that time, their whereabouts unknown. In the days after the shooting, it was discovered that Xavier fled the state of Minnesota, traveling all the way to Florida. He was assisted by his mother, Susan Blood, and his girlfriend, Alexis Moore. On June 15th, 10 days after the shooting, the
accomplices
vehicle they were traveling in was discovered coming back through Wisconsin. It was apparent that Xavier changed his appearance by cutting his hair short. Officers followed them into Minnesota, where they shut down Interstate 94 and apprehended the 3 of them. After his apprehension, officers investigated the search histories of Xavier and Susan's phones. The findings alluded to fleeing and hiding. Within hours after the incident, Susan searched hotels near me. Other searches made on their way to Florida included, how do you get to Mexico? What do you need to cross the border? And can police trace iPhone? On the way back into Minnesota, they were searching.
You should have done that one first. Man, boy. Search history.
For flights that went from Minnesota to Texas, implying he may have continued to run if he was not apprehended. On June 16th, court documents indicate Jaden turned himself in. Finding Enrique would prove a difficult feat.
How tight are you with Enrique?
Not really.
Okay.
He won't listen to y'all.
Who do you listen to?
Me. I mean, I'm top, literally top WAP. I know it might seem a little stupid.
Buddy's begging for a Rico right there, boy. I'm literally top WAP. You can call it music label all you want, but your ego is so out of control that you need these investigators who would love to just drop a Rico on 50 of y'all. Probably no money involved, whatever, get the headline. And you sitting here, your ego's so bruised or your ego's so active that you want these investigators to know that you're the top guy and that the lunatic that won't listen to them, he ain't going to listen to nobody but him. You kids are amazing.
Stupid, but I mean, he won't listen to y'all.
Who do you listen to?
To me. I mean, I'm top, literally top walk. I know it might seem a little stupid, but the name mean a lot.
For months, officers asked the public for information of his whereabouts, sharing photos in this known video of Enrique brandishing the gun he used in the shooting. He was eventually found hiding out with a family member, avoiding custody all the way until September 30th, 2021, nearly 3 months later. During interrogations, Xavier admitted to shooting 19 shots at the white Tahoe, a statement that forensics he was event photos in this note. For months, officers asked the public for information of his whereabouts, sharing photos in this known video of Enrique brandishing the gun he used in the shooting. He was eventually found.
That's all ego. You can't help yourself. There's no reasoning involved in why you would do all of that. You put all the pieces together for them. They sit around and laugh. You know what I mean? While they're taking your puzzle pieces and just throwing them in place.
Hiding out with a family member, avoiding custody all the way until September 30th, 2021, nearly 3 months later. During interrogations, Xavier admitted to shooting 19 shots at the white Tahoe, a statement that forensics would find accurate.
I know how many times I shot.
How many?
I shot 19 times. The only controlled shots I had was them 5 shots.
So the first 5 were more controlled.
Yeah, the first.
And then you were going for like I don't know, fire superiority kind of thing.
Right.
An amended criminal report note.
So the first 5 were more controlled.
Yeah, the first.
And then you were going for like I don't know, fire superiority kind of thing.
Right.
An amended criminal report notes that Xavier had a previous charge of delinquent felony possession of ammunition, pistol, or assault weapon by a person under the age of 18. This legally made him ineligible to possess a firearm. Investigations found that at least 21 bullets were shot from Enrique's gun. Around 4 shells were found in Keith's Tahoe. In his
from Enrique's gun, you know, the one that he showed you in the video on the internet, dummy.
Interrogation, Xavier gun. Around 4 shells were found in Keith's Tahoe. In his interrogation, Xavier freely gave his opinions on the whole situation.
I didn't have a problem with this little kid that passed away from me. I feel really bad, but his dad's gonna live with that shit.
Yeah, this is one of those circumstances where everything had to fall in order.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I wouldn't have caused the problem.
Yeah.
I would have left it at what it was. They took it in their power to call their dad, meet with their dad, and come shoot at us. You fucked up, like that's your fucking fault. That's what's making me so non-caring about the situation. Ball was in their part, and they played it so foul. You know,
I agree.
And it ended up.
Investigator, I agree. Tell me more. Tell me everything.
Up in a little boy's life being taken. That shit is tragic. He could have left it alone. He should have been the grown man he's supposed to be and left it alone, but.
We started a gun battle in the middle of a residential neighborhood that left 1 kid dead, a bunch of houses shot up.
Just wish I would.
And all of y'all going to jail. That's what he left. Bunch of houses shot up. Could have took out any innocent person in their shower, in their bed. I mean, but you know, he not worried. He giving the investigator everything he needs.
Let's stay at home. I ain't
Left 1 kid dead, a bunch of houses shot up.
Just wish I would have stayed at home. I ain't go there with any intention to hurt anybody. I ain't mean to hurt anybody. I protected myself and my loved ones. I protected my girlfriend. I protected damn near everybody at the party.
Yeah.
I'm like Superman. I'd have killed.
That boy ego out of control. He's like Superman. He saved everybody now. He didn't cause none of it. You know? None of his aggressive behavior caused any of it. No accountability at all.
Shot up.
Just wish I would have stayed at home. I ain't go there with any intention to hurt anybody. I ain't mean to hurt anybody. I protected myself and my loved ones. I protected my girlfriend. I protected damn near everybody at the party.
Yeah.
I'm like Superman. I'd have killed 4 more people for that's my life right there. That's my lifeline. Like I'll fuck around and kill myself if I ain't had her.
Alexis?
Yeah, like that.
and he is simp all at the same time. Come on, man.
That's my real life soulmate. Like I wouldn't know what to do with her. Like I'd probably be fucking crying right now if it wasn't real shit. I'd probably off myself, like dead ass serious. I need her in my life. Like people don't get that. You know, some people keep other people emotionally stable. She keep me emotionally stable. Whatever this time finna be, I could get through this shit doing that. that she finna be there when I get out. I wish it, you know what I'm saying? It would.
Oh, she gonna wait for you? She gonna be there when you get out? Maybe. I don't know the odds of that shit, but you know, they don't seem that good to me. You know, 1, 2 in 100. I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna wait for you. Y'all think she's gonna wait? Y'all let me know in the chat if she's gonna wait for him.
Wouldn't have been him. I don't get that. You know, some people keep other people emotionally stable. She keep me emotionally stable. Whatever this time finna be, I could get through this shit knowing that she finna be there when I get out. I wish it, you know.
I could do this time knowing she gonna be there when I get out. Huh? She keep you sane, huh? She didn't keep you from trying to press somebody in the party, right? In a party that ain't even your house. You go in somebody's house and press somebody at a party. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? Watch, observe, study, make your move, leave, come back, follow them, do something. But you in somebody's house acting crazy. But she's gonna wait for you, bro. You make good decisions when she's around. She'll be waiting with another man.
You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been him. I wish the dad would know other people emotionally stable. She keep me emotionally stable. Whatever this time finna be, I could get through this knowing that she finna be there when I get out. I wish it, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been him. I wish the dad would have died. I wish that boy that's in that stepdad, whoever's in custody, I wish he would have passed away. That would have made me a little more, you feel me, comfortable. I'm not very uncomfortable right now just because of the whole situation. Like, it wasn't my fault. Because at the end of the day, bro, I talked to one of my lawyers already. They was just telling me I'm good.
Oh, shorty, I can't wait to see what they gave him. All this talk, he's like, man, I already talked to my lawyer. I'm good. Okay, I hope that sticks, bro. I hope that sticks. Because if this ain't gonna humble you, ain't nothing gonna humble you.
Very uncomfortable right now just because of the whole situation. That boy, that wishes, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been him. I wish the dad would have died. I wish that boy that's in that stepdad, whoever's in custody, I wish he would have passed away. That would have made me a little more, you feel me, comfortable. I'm not very uncomfortable right now just because of the whole situation. Like, it wasn't my fault. Because at the end of the day, bro, I talked to one of my lawyers already and they was just telling me I'm good. I'm not worried about being charged with no second-degree murder. Like, come on now. Cause real shit, like if I really wanted to, y'all wouldn't have caught me. Like, dead serious. On my dead daughter, y'all wouldn't.
Stop. If y'all really want to, y'all wouldn't have caught me. They caught you, bro. And you were trying to not be caught, all right? You and your mama and your girl was driving all over the place. You didn't have your Superman powers. You couldn't fly to where you was going to get to, right? You was trying to get away. That boy's ego is in a rap video, all right? He's living a rap video right now. Salutes Fernando on the check-in. He said, if you really love someone and you get a crazy prison term, it's your duty to set that person free, man or woman. Yeah, but that's if you use logic. We're not talking about logical people. These dudes don't be using logic. They use emotions. His hope is that she wait for him, right? But he knows what he's going to go through for the next 6 months if he survives it, if she doesn't wait for him. Because he's going to find out fast what's going on with her outside. You know what I mean? How much time is Superman getting? I don't know. He said he's not getting no murder in a second. And then like,
they was just telling me I'm good. I'm not worried about being charged with no second-degree murder. Like, come on now. Cause real shit, like if I really wanted to, y'all wouldn't have caught me. Like, dead serious. On my dead daughter, y'all.
The lie detector test has confirmed that is bullshit. You was trying not to get caught. You was even thinking about Mexico, Papas. Y'all was in your Googles. Stop it. Hotels near me. Get your ass out of here.
Wouldn't have caught me. I was away. But me just having the decency and understanding that things need to get in progress so things could come to the light and I could plead my fucking case on me not being a second-degree murder.
Today, 6 individuals were charged for crimes related to this case. 2 months after the incident, Xavier's mom, Susan, and his girlfriend, Alexis, were similarly charged for assisting Xavier in fleeing. While Alexis's past record is relatively clean, Susan has previous charges relating to forgery, identity theft, and property damage.
She know how to get away. Or she know how to get the documents to try to get away. You made accomplices, son. Your girl. Now the question is, are you gonna wait for her when your girl in jail and shit? You know what I mean?
For this case, they each faced 1 count of aiding an offender to avoid arrest and 1 count aiding an offender as an accomplice after the fact. Days after their arrest, Alexis posted a $25,000 non-cash bond, and Susan posted a $30,000 non-cash bond. Susan took a plea deal and was convicted of aiding an offender to avoid arrest. Her other charge was dismissed. She was sentenced to prison for 1 year, but that was stayed. Instead, she will serve 4 years of supervised probation, which will end in February of 2026. Alexis also took a plea deal and was convicted of aiding an offender to avoid arrest. Her other charge was dismissed. She will serve 180 days in jail with the option of serving that time in home detention. She was also put on 4 years of supervised probation. Additionally, she has to pay a restitution of roughly $200.
You think she's not annoyed by that? This son of a bitch got me in all this shit, all that. Listen here, man. Let's see in 20 years they still together. Salutes. Fernando said, of course he's waiting for her. They couldn't even use GPS to get out of Mexico. Talk about he's a sleuth. I'll get out of here. You wouldn't have caught me if I didn't let you. Stop this stupid.
$150 to the Minnesota Crime Victim Reimbursement Program. If all goes as planned, her probation will end in June of 2026. The stepfather.
Shout out Deb said, now it's time to Google how to get out of prison. Salute. Absolutely. All right, figure that shit out.
Keith also faced numerous charges. This would not be Keith's first entanglement with the law, having faced numerous convictions in his past. These included charges related to a drive-by shooting, burglary, and possessing dangerous weapons as a prohibited person. He also has multiple charges related to theft of a motor vehicle and check forgery. His record starts back when he was 18 years old and shows roughly 10 years of prison sentences between 2004 and 2021. For this case, Keith was charged with 1 count of drive-by shooting, 1 count of possessing a firearm with a previously convicted crime of violence, and 2 counts of second-degree assault with a deadly weapon. After his arrest, he was given a $175,000 non-cash bail, which he posted 5 months later. He was subject to GPS monitoring, was banned from handling dangerous weapons, and was barred from contacting any victims or witnesses, except for the ones who lived in his home. Keith took a plea deal and was convicted of his drive-by shooting charge. All of his other charges were dismissed. In January of 2023, he was sentenced to 7 years in prison with 148 days of jail credit. Taking parole into consideration, he will likely not be out of prison until 2027. Jaden, the initial aggressor of the night according to witness statements, has no significant prior criminal history. After his arrest, the court offered a $500,000 conditional bail, but he would never take it. He faced 1 count of aiding and abetting second-degree murder without intent and 4 counts of aiding and abetting second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. Jaden took a plea deal, which dismissed all charges save for 1 charge of aiding and abetting second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. Over a year after the offense in June of 2022, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison with 371 days of credit for time served. He must pay restitution for a total of almost $25,000. Just over $8,700 is to be paid to 2 different claims of the Minnesota Crime Victim Reimbursement Program, and nearly an additional $16,000 is being paid to the victim's brother's girlfriend, Brianna, whose family submitted claims and victim impact statements regarding that night's toll on her life. Jaden has likely served his time at this point, but court records indicate he still owes nearly all $25,000 of restitution. Enrique proved to have a violent criminal history. He's been convicted of previous charges for assault, fleeing the police in relation to vehicle tampering, first-degree aggravated robbery, giving police a false name, and leaving the scene after causing an accident. For this case, he faced 1 count of aiding and abetting second-degree murder without intent and 4 counts of aiding and abetting second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. Through investigations, it was found the bullet likely fired from Enrique's gun was the one that struck and killed 14-year-old Damaris. This was based off of analysis connecting the bullet to his firearm and DNA and video evidence linking the firearm to his possession.
DNA and video evidence, you goofball. All right, tattoos on your face don't make you smart. Don't make you a gangster. Don't make you none of that shit. All right, busting off indiscriminately don't mean nothing. All right, but you couldn't even show up for yourself and protect yourself from handing over evidence and shit. Goofy.
Over Xavier, he took a plea deal and pled guilty to 1 count of aiding and abetting second-degree murder without intent and 1 count of aiding and abetting second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. His other 3 counts were dismissed. For 1 count of aiding and abetting second-degree murder, he was sentenced 20 years in prison with 946 days of credit. For second-degree aiding and abetting with a dangerous weapon, he was sentenced 3 years and 3 months, but this would run consecutively, making his total sentence 20 years. Needing to serve at least 2/3 of his sentence before being eligible for probation, he will likely be in prison until nearly 2038, when he will be 41 years old. He is also jointly responsible for the restitution applied to Xavier's case. Xavier, who was 17 at the time of the...
Let's see what Superman is talking about. All right, Superman, who was 17 at the time of the incident, held a juvenile record that reports...
The incident held a juvenile record that reports say included...
There he is, this Superman, y'all. Super goof.
robbery at gunpoint, along with alleged armed threatening and possible
gang association. I wonder why they would be putting that gang shit on him.
gang associations. The incident took place 2 months before his 18th birthday. This fact, along with the seriousness behind his current and past crimes, caused him to be tried as an adult. For this case, he originally
I wonder if his lawyers told him that when he called them and they told him he was all good.
faced charges of 1 count of aiding and abetting, second-degree murder without intent, 4 counts of aiding and abetting, second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon, and 1 count of possession of a dangerous weapon as an adjudicated delinquent. 5 months after his arrest, he paid a $750,000 bail using a bail bond. However, it appears the court reversed that decision months later, apprehending him once again. They would eventually offer a $5 million cash bond that would never be taken. Through court deliberations, Xavier faced increasing charges of second-degree assault. He originally pled not guilty to all charges. During court testimony, Jaden apparently made an unexpected appearance. He was able to do this as the trial took place in late 2023, while he was out on probation. Reports by Fox 9 indicated Jaden had to be escorted by security out of the courthouse. Court transcripts also share a disturbance that happened in the parking lot during the trial that prompted an increase in security which may or may not be related.
Been informed something occurred in the parking lot over the lunch break. I don't know firsthand what it was. I don't know. It was not involving any of the witnesses in our case. It was not involving any of the attorneys in our case. Some of you may have observed something. I don't know if you did it or not, but I'm just going to kind of give you the same instructions. This is why I keep giving the one instruction at the end of the day. It's the same type of thing.
In September of 2023, Xavier was found guilty on all 10 counts he was
Shout out Velez 408. That is the rap star, man. Superman.
tried for, which included 1 count of aiding and abetting second-degree murder with an added statute of murder, 5 counts of aiding and abetting second-degree murder with a dangerous firearm with a prior violent criminal history, and 4 counts of second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. He would ultimately be convicted to 1 count of aiding and abetting second-degree murder and 2 counts of second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. His total sentence is 37 years and 3 months with 692 days of credit. He'll have to serve roughly 23 years and 8 months before being eligible for probation. Xavier will likely not be out of prison until nearly 2048, when he will be 44 years of age.
If you ask me.
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
His lawyers lied to him, right? Lawyers told him he was all good. He walked in there, chip on his shoulder. You'd have never caught me if I don't let you catch me. But I'm caught now, so I'm going to tell you how I feel about the situation. All right, you take it how you want it. My lawyers already let me know I'm good, plus I'm a minor. And got smashed with 37 years. I wonder if his fans were there for his sentence. I wonder if they were in the courtroom, you know, chanting top, wop, top, wop, top, wop. I mean, I don't know. But his ego did not believe he was going to spend the rest of his life in prison.
He must also be out 23 years and 8 months before being eligible for probation. Xavier will likely not be out of prison until nearly 2048, when he will be 44 years of age. He must also pay a total restitution amounting to just over $16,000, for which Enrique is jointly responsible. Just over $8,700 is to be paid to 2 different claims of the Minnesota Crime Victim Reimbursement Program, and just over an additional $7,000 is being paid to the victim's mother, Tricia. Currently, Xavier is going through the Court of Appeals in hopes to either reverse his verdict or reduce his sentence. That outcome is yet to be determined.
Yo, that shit's crazy. Listen, you know what that makes me think about? That makes me think about what we watched the other day. It makes me think about what we watched the other day. It was a clip of Wallow, and Wallow said that his cellie asked him how many minutes, and he didn't understand what he was talking about. He was like, how many minutes was your crime? How many minutes did it take you to lose 20 years? You know? Everybody involved in this situation here went to a party. You know? They went out to have a good time. I've been to parties that have gone bad. It happens more than it doesn't, right? Depends where you at, what it's like. But they saw these kids they didn't like. They decided to press them. This turned into something that will reverberate throughout time for the rest of their lives. Everything changed. Nothing was the same after that little stupid ass conversation, pressing so and so in the party, and it turning into the stepfather coming to play superhero and got punked. You know? Hit the like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. But again, I tell you guys all the time, like, for people that were born in the 60s and 70s and before that, there was no internet. They were used to hearing the older heads tell them stories and them say, man, shut up, man. I don't want to hear that shit. I believe you have a tool now to raise children that you've never had before. That tool is the internet. You can show them what it looks like when the party goes bad, and that's a great example of it right there. How many videos aren't there where it's a house full of people? Plenty of videos from Chicago where it's a house full of people and then bat, 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 bat. You have the visual aid to show your children how real it is, right? And don't be a stupid stepfather. You know? Teach them how to not be in places where they're getting pressed. You know? Teach them how to handle themselves if they happen to be somewhere that they are getting pressed. And definitely don't go and pull a role yourself trying to be the man. You know? And Superman is a prime example to, you know, check your ego at the door and not listen to these lawyers. Stop listening to yourself. We're going to confirm things to ourselves that are not real. It's what we want, you know. It's what we want. Shout out Perfecto J77 on the check-in. So I said, good luck, pendejo. Salutes. All right, man. We did that. Salutes to y'all. Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. I appreciate the small but loyal group that has been here tonight. Hundreds up. All right, we'll save this for another time. Sometimes I like doing those longer interrogation footage mixed with the investigation, more than just, you know, than just doing body cam stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me hit this hundreds over here. Bang, 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 bang. Loose. All right. Now we're going to get into the manipulator girlfriend. Arrested after destroying boyfriend's Rolls Royce with cat litter. Salutes. Let's get it.
So he proceeds to tell me that I am not affectionate whatsoever. I never give him affection to the last.
This shit already started off on the wrong foot. I'm not. He decides to tell me that I'm not affectionate whatsoever. Nobody gives a fuck about y'all emotional argument. All right. Explain the cat litter and explain the Rolls Royce. All right. What are we talking about here?
So he proceeds to tell me that I am not affectionate whatsoever. I never give him affection. For the last 3 months, he has been gaslighting me, telling me things that are like...
Red flag number 2. She throws gaslight ninja stars. Gaslighting me. Nobody knows what it really means. It means telling you you're full of shit when you know you're not. And you think they know you're not. These girls are crazy, dude. Some of them.
Like, affection. For the last 3 months, he has been gaslighting me, telling me things that are like, I don't even know.
What does that even mean?
And then can't explain it. She said, I don't even know. All right, we already off to a crazy start right now. She's standing in the rain.
What the fuck is going on here?
What is gaslighting?
That's exactly what he says. I never give him affection. For the last 3 months, he has been gaslighting me, telling me things that are like, I don't even know.
What does that even mean? What is gaslighting?
That's exactly what he says. He doesn't know what it means either. Relationship, and he's like, yeah, so you need to make arrangements because you're using me. And I'm like, okay, I will make arrangements. I have to move into my car. You know, if I could have made arrangements, I would have made arrangements.
Okay.
I have to move into my car. Okay.
Okay, do me a favor, turn around, put your hands palm to palm.
Guess who's going to jail?
Just like that. There you go.
We've all experienced manipulation at some point in our lives, and that's exactly what happened in this case.
Perfecto J77 is trying his best to get cussed out by Zoraida today. Salutes. Happens. Cop was like, what does that even mean? We've all experienced manipulation at some point in our lives, and that's exactly what happened in this case.
Officers were called to a home where a young woman appeared extremely distressed, crying and stating that her boyfriend had assaulted her and was begging her to leave his home. However, when officers arrived, they soon discovered that the young woman who made the call was more like the suspect than the victim. That the young woman who made
gaslighting girlfriend
made the call was more like the suspect than the victim.
Where is the gentleman that is responsible for this?
He's inside. He was just out here trying to ask me for his key. I said, we'll wait for the police to get here because it's the only way I can let you guys in.
Hold on.
He let my cats out.
Who is he? Who is he to you?
He's my boyfriend. I've been dating him for about a year and a half.
So they're pinning somebody to the ground here?
Me.
Oh, they were pinning you to the ground?
He was pinning me to the ground.
Oh.
Who called the police?
I called the police, yes. I had my phone in my hand. He was trying to take my phone from my hand. He was trying to take my phone from over here, and I was running from him. And so...
Okay, she's doing the crying. Crying is happening. Let's see if it's real or not.
I was trying to call the police, but I think I was on Wi-Fi, and it wasn't going through.
Where is he at?
Okay, what was the argument about? Why was he trying to take your phone?
Because I threw his phone.
Okay.
I threw his phone, and I picked up his phone thinking it was my phone. They look identical. I picked it up and I threw it to the side, and it got into a bath that I was cleaning his hair with. And
she's lying. She's lying. I don't know, Velez. I'm interested in that fact too. What year is this Rolls Royce? All right, the gaslighting girlfriend. All right, she's not crazy. Perfecto. You ain't getting the worst of her. Salutes.
And so he came. It was my phone.
She said, I picked up his phone. It looks exactly like my phone, and I threw that shit, and it just happened to land in a bucket full of water. That sounds like that bullshit. A lot of women think they're better liars than what they are. The problem is they get away with that shit most of the time. So, salutes. Stop gaslighting. All right, salutes Miguel Lopez on the check-in. I appreciate you, sir.
I threw his phone.
Okay. Your phone. Okay, what was the argument
You gotta find
about?
the truth in the middle of the bullshit.
Why was he trying to take your phone?
Because I threw his phone.
Okay.
I threw his phone, and I picked up his phone thinking it was my phone. They look identical. I picked it up and I threw it to the side, and it got into a bath that I was cleaning his hair with.
It got into a vat that I was cleaning his hair in, right? It got into. She didn't throw it in there. She threw it to the side, and it got in there. Like, this is lack of accountability 101 right here.
And so he came out to try to got into a bath. They look identical. I picked it up and I threw it to the side, and it got into a bath that I was cleaning his hair with. And so he came out to try to get my phone from me. Yeah, he was not wearing this shirt before. He was actually, so I kicked him.
Is there a way to, if this door were to close, how do you get back into the, I figured.
Yeah, right here.
There you go. I need both of you to step out.
This close.
Yeah, you can hold it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You can go talk to my partner.
I'm friends with Well and
so what seems to be why are we here? Why are we here?
I think we're here for a combination of things. I think she's just very unhappy in her life, and I let her stay here because she had nowhere to live.
Who is she to you?
My girlfriend.
How long have you guys been together?
Not too long.
What's not too long?
A couple months. So basically, what
2
happened,
months, 3 months, 6 months.
A couple,
I need a number.
She said a year and a half. Perfecto, you need to relax. You gotta relax. She's gonna end up.
Put him in a fucking bedroom.
Put you in the bathroom. I don't want her to put you in the bathroom, but don't make me green light you, bro. Salutes.
Very stable.
Okay.
Not very stable. So
2 months,
not
3
very
months,
stable.
6 months. I need a number.
Not very stable.
Okay.
Not very stable. So she
Okay.
seems to be very just unhappy in her life. Just
Okay.
fucking, just miserable, like not making money where she works and all that. And
Okay.
I'm super accommodating to her, very nice, trying to help her out, trying to put her up, trying to get her jobs and all that stuff. So she's just unhappy, dude. I don't know. She's hot and cold. So all I try to do is be nice to her, and you could ask her that, but she flies off the handle. She flies off the handle. So
And God forbid he wakes up one morning and he's just got a grump face or his resting face, and she don't like it. Yeah, that's a dangerous place to be right there. Salutes. Dude was in the house smoking. Facts. She said, see, all right, so I got you. She on your ass, Perfecto.
So I just told her, look, what would you like to do? This relationship ain't really going anywhere. I said, would you like me to pay for you to fly back to California and you can kind of regroup? You know what I'm saying? I tried to give her options. So I said, this relationship sucks. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks. The energy sucks. You're always in a bad mood. You always have a stomach ache. So it's going nowhere. But this fight has been progressing for a while.
Okay.
So I told her today, hey, look, last night you said basically like you feel stuck. So this morning we woke up and I started to talk to her and I said, hey, so you seem like you're stuck. What can we do? And I said, it's like you're here using me. You know what I'm saying? You're here using me when there's nothing happening. We're not having sex. There's nothing happening here.
Bro, how you got a Rolls Royce? You don't even got a shoulder on your shirt. Where the fuck is the shoulder on your shirt, bro? What's wrong with you? Huh?
It's just two people existing together. So I said, look, I want to make a move. You know what I'm saying? Let's make a move. What do you want to do? I'll help you. I'll pay for you to go to California, or I'll help you out somehow. And she went off the handle, destroyed shit in my house, broke fucking things, threw things, kicked me, punched me, fucking went bananas. Just went bananas. Oh, took my phone and fucking sunk it in the water.
Yeah, it got in there because she threw it to the side and it got in there. Oh, as a matter of fact, I wanted to before getting to this video, I wanted to give away those five first, and then we'll do another 5 later. 5 memberships. I'm just playing. I know you're nice, but let's say sounds like she ain't trying to give dude any. She gives him the whole stomachache thing. Yeah, she's just a problem, bro. Some people are just a problem. He seems exhausted by it. But boom, let me give away 5 memberships real quick. And here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see who they went to. Nate, JL, TF, Judy 76, Jojo AZ. All right, we barely see any of these people in here, but salutes to them. The platform decided to give them the 30-day membership. Hopefully it goes to somebody that's always in here in the future. All right, I got 5 more to give away before we get out of here today. Salutes. Looks like he drives a VW Bug, not a Rolls Royce. It got a Rolls Royce kit on it. Perfecto J said, classic. My stomach hurts for 6 months. All right, let's let these things play out real quick. Again, hundreds up in the chat for y'all. We'll give out another 5 after this. Or can I? TF, and then I think there's one more. No, 2 more. 1 more. Salutes. Again, hit the like button if you have yet to do so. We running up on our 2nd hour on this stream. All right. Again, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Go check out videos you have yet to see on this channel. If you need links, we got links. We got links to playlists that we have on the channel. I'll be dropping in the chat. Peace. Who are these people? Effing Tubo. We don't know who they are. Hopefully they show out though. Come hang out with us, y'all, during the members only. Wow. Alright, dropping links in there. Might as well take advantage of the time. Boom, got the Discord link. I'm going to drop the Il Cartel shop link as well. Boom. All right. Oh, and the Flores Twins exclusives. The exclusivos. There it is. Boom, there we go. Nate on the pop-up. Salute to you, Nate. You was gifted the we was hoping it would bring people out. You know what, Nate? I think you've been around recently. Salutes. I appreciate you. So you'll be privy to, for the next 30 days, you'll be privy to the members only content. All right? Salutes to you. Let's get it. All right? He wants her out. She ain't trying to hear that shit. Hit the like button, y'all. Salutes. Yeah, YouTube decides who it gives it to, Perfecto. Some weeks we do give away. It's a lot of the people that are here on a regular basis. But for all we know, these people are ghost watchers that are watching everything, right? That are building the algorithm in a different way, you know. Perfecto J777, you've been around long enough to know that doesn't happen. Salutes. All right, let's get it. He wants her out. She ain't going without a fight. I'm gonna break everything. I'm gonna try to terminate you, and I'm gonna call the police and tell them you did something to me.
And I go, yo, where's my phone? I go, why would you take my phone? She goes, fuck you, look for your phone, motherfucker. So I said, oh, give me my phone.
So she put the phone in the, she didn't put it in there, it got in there. That's what she said. Yeah, salutes Nate. Just found your channel recently. I appreciate you, sir. Again, there's a whole lot to go through on here. So when you got time and you hanging out, please do so. Salutes.
But I took my phone and fucking sunk it in the water. And I go, yo, where's my phone? I go, why would you take my phone? She goes, fuck you, look for your phone, motherfucker. So I said, oh, give me my phone. And I didn't, all I did was try to get my phone. That's all I did, try to get it. I didn't touch her. She kicked me in the face. She said, I heard something explode. And I said, yo, what'd you do with my phone? And she says, I don't know, go fucking look for it. So I had it on the counter. And I was like, so I went to look for it, and I couldn't find it, so I thought she had it in her hand.
Do you have Ring cameras there?
Do I have a Ring camera? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I do have a Ring camera right there.
Is it available? Will it catch anything that happened inside?
No, it won't catch anything inside.
And you said she tore up inside the house? She was destroying your property?
The whole thing. I have a video if you'd like to see it.
Sure, let's see it.
The security footage was redacted from this video because it shows the boyfriend's personal space. However, the footage did show the officers where his girlfriend had damaged his home by throwing cat litter everywhere and damaging his Rolls Royce.
You can't call your phone to see where it is? Nothing?
She took it. Ask her if she took it.
Okay, so explain to me how, so just give me a synopsis of how this whole ordeal. I'm going to tell you what I recall, and yes, you stop me if I'm a little off. So this is a continuation of an argument, or a discussion.
You got a bunch of whips. You got a Jeep. Got a bunch of whips. Got the Rolls sitting over there though. The old school Rolls. She fucking with the Rolls.
And you guys had.
Don't mind Perfecto J. He's just he's salty at YouTube's algorithm right now.
Yesterday, in regards to her continuation of an argument, or a discussion you guys had yesterday, in regards to her going back home to California.
It's a long time coming. She's very unhappy with her job. She's not making money. So she's with me, I think, because she can't.
For stability. She's here with you.
Yes. And I only did her a favor. I said you could move in until you get on your feet.
And how long ago was that?
I told you so my brother came into town the 15th or something like that. She had nowhere to live.
The 15th of what?
December.
Okay.
And she had nowhere to live, and she goes, well, I'm going to live in my car. And I go, dude, right now she said she's going to go live in her car. And I said, that's ridiculous.
Okay.
You know?
All right, so that happened yesterday. Today you guys...
No, not that happened. That was, we were only a conversation of talking to her, saying she's always like very like antsy. Her legs always moving. She's called restless leg syndrome. So I said, hey, look, you have a lot of anxiety. Are you okay? Would you like to speak about it? And then she said, look, I feel stuck. I'm not making any money. I made $500 last week at work, and I said, how can I help you? You have to remember, I wash her car. I'm a nice, generous dude. I'm a generous ass dude, just generous with all my friends, with everybody. That's just, everybody knows me. I'm super accommodating to her. Let's go to Whole Foods. Let's buy the whole fucking thing. Whatever you want. Healthy
What
food,
happened today? Once again,
what
I don't
today?
care about anything other than today.
What happened today was we were washing my hair because of an infection. So she said,
bro, you should have been washing your hair if you're getting infections, bro. Nate, get a hold of yourself. I mean, Perfecto J, he's 7'7", get a hold of yourself. Salutes. Nate said, I watch when I can, but I live in Sydney and work a lot. Salutes to you, man. Get that money. Yo, Perfecto J comes in. Some days he comes in nice and, chill. Some days he comes in wilding out, man. It is what it is.
I said, hey, you seem very unhappy. What can we do? So my hair because we were washing my hair because of an infection. So she said, I said, hey, you seem very unhappy. What can we do? Would you like a ticket to California? Like, what would make you happy? Even if I have to, you want an apartment, I'll pay the first class of security? Jump, let's go. Just go be happy, bro. This is miserable. I'm miserable every day here. The energy's horrible in the house.
Okay. Where is she?
It's in my car. The white facade.
Where's his phone?
Where's his phone?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Grab your
It
phone.
should be inside.
Is your phone on ringer or something like that? So your phone's on silent. We won't even be able to find your phone even if we...
Ask, did you throw my phone?
I thought you said you found it.
I didn't find it. Why would I try to grab it from you?
Okay, we're just trying to find the phone.
Yeah, no problem.
We're just trying to find the phone. Do you have any idea where the phone might be?
Yeah, it should be in the bath that...
In the water?
In the water.
It was not. We just came from the sink. It's not in there. Okay, so do me a favor. Okay, move shift on.
So like I said, I picked it up thinking it was my phone. It wasn't. They're identical. I tossed it to the side. So, and it literally, it hit the glass. It hit the glass. All I heard, and I picked up my phone.
It was the glass. All I heard, it hit the glass. It wasn't her fault. It was the glass fault. Right? Oh, man. Salutes. Perfecto J, he's watching while he's shopping, sweetie. You gotta relax.
And I started getting the identical. I tossed it to the side. So, and it literally. So like I said, I picked it up thinking it was my phone. It wasn't. They're identical. I tossed it to the side. So, and it literally, it hit the glass. It hit the glass. All I heard, and I picked up my phone, and I started getting the rest of my stuff. I think I grabbed my purse, and then I went to grab my keys to open my car so that I could put my stuff in my car. So I didn't necessarily look to where it went, but I did throw it.
She didn't even look to where it went. She told him where it went. It fell in the water. But she didn't even look to, know where it went. Of course not. That would mean you'd be accountable with knowing where it went, right?
That's the initial thing that I did.
And when did that happen?
That happened.
Is that before or after all of this?
That was before this.
So when
He did this because of that.
you threw his phone and
And that's why he did this.
so how'd the house get in the state that it's in right now?
That is because we got into an argument and he...
Is that before or after this phone? I need you to give me things in sequential order.
Okay. So he started asking me
Yeah, it's in the trunk. Pop the trunk.
what he is getting from this relationship, how he's getting anything from this
No,
relationship.
you could just pop the trunk.
Because let me just
He
start
has
with
what?
that. He has scabies.
What is that?
That is, they're mites that burrow in your skin, and they're extremely contagious.
Okay.
So just so that you know, all of you guys could be contaminated with scabies if you come into skin-to-skin contact with him.
Gotcha.
He got scabies. I mean, he said it himself. He got an infection. That's what he said.
So he began to ask, what is he getting out of the relationship?
I am like scrubbing his hair. This is something that has bothered me because this is literally my worst.
Now, I'm not so mad like I was at the beginning that she's telling all of her shit, because he was in there telling all of his, emotional baggage to the cop too. So I ain't so mad at her no more. But she's lying through her teeth.
Nightmare to get scabies, bed bugs, and head lice. I think that is like everybody would be scared of bugs crawling in their skin, right?
Okay.
So he tells me this. I'm already upset about it. I'm trying to help him get rid of it. He has dreads. They can live in his dreads. So I'm doing a tea tree treatment in his hair for him. and he's like grabbing on my legs, and I said, can you please just not grab me right now? And he said, what am I getting from this relationship? Can you please tell me what I'm getting from this? If you don't want to be...
What do you mean he was grabbing?
She's doing his hair. He touched her legs. Stomach ache. She ain't going. That kicked off the drama.
What do you mean he was grabbing?
My leg. He's like, so he's sitting down like this, and he's like grabbing onto my leg as I'm like scrubbing his dreads. You understand? So I'm like elbow deep in this like treatment. He hasn't washed his hair. He says in 3 years, and then he says every once a year or so, and then like he always changes the story. And so I'm like, okay, I'm elbow deep.
Zoraida. Hold on. Zoraida, he wasn't talking to you, Zoraida. And I can't explain it right now, but I just know that he wasn't. Nobody called you sweetie. Nobody called you nothing. It was for somebody else. He was literally talking to Nate. Salutes. All right? Just putting that out there. She's about to put your ass in.
Put him in a fucking bedroom.
Deep in his hair, and he's sitting there like grabbing my legs, like trying to hold on to me while I'm doing this. And I just said, can you please not grab onto me right now? And yes, I wasn't nice. I wasn't like sweet, like, oh honey, like please don't, like. But I was just like, I'm annoyed a little bit. Like this is a really serious situation that you're not really taking very seriously right now. So he proceeds to tell me that I am not affectionate whatsoever.
He is kind of wild and trying to get freaky and shit, all infected up. Well, you got an infection or some shit going on.
I never give him affection. And before this, I had already discussed with him for the last 3 months. He has been gaslighting me, telling me things that are like, I don't even know. This is like such, I have... Like,
what does that even mean? What is gaslighting?
That's exactly what he says. He doesn't know what it means either. It's when someone tries to like switch up a story, like kind of like, okay, turn the direction on you and make you like make it like, oh no, but that's what you do. You're doing that. And like always puts it on the other person, but also makes them feel like they're crazy for even bringing it up.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Kinda. Okay, but carry on. So
this is something that I've been learning of. Like this is a new thing that I didn't know about it. I recently found out about it because it's happening to me, and now I'm learning about it. And so
the term gaslighting,
yes,
or okay.
The term gaslighting in general. I didn't know what it was either. Like I didn't know it was a thing. I was just like, I literally thought I was going crazy. I'm like, I'm confused, like all the time.
Well, it's basically somebody lying to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're doing something to them. You know, you're conscious you're doing it. But you're not admitting that to them. And it makes them feel crazy. It's just lying. It's all bullshit.
I'm confused and like, I don't really know what's going on.
Okay, so from this washing of the hair and him holding, you washing his hair, he's holding on to you. You told him to stop. He asks what he's getting out of it because you're not affectionate. You in return explain to him that this is an ongoing, reoccurring thing. And then what ended up happening from there?
And then he's like, yes, it is. And I'm like, okay, so we're not getting anything out of this relationship. And he's like, yeah, so you need to make arrangements because you're using me. And I'm like, okay, I will make arrangements. I have to move into my car. You know, if I could have made arrangements, I would have made arrangements.
Okay.
I have to move into my car. And then I'm like, okay, I will move out right now. I'm going to move into my car. Don't worry. I'm going to put your hair down, and I'm going to move into my car right now. Let's go. Because I won't
put your phone down in this dirty-ass, infected, scabies water.
Let you grab onto my leg. Like, and this is something that we are trying to work through, right? Like, it's something that is like, okay, maybe if you go to therapy, like, maybe we can get through this. Maybe if we go to therapy, maybe we can work through this. Like a communication issue. It shouldn't be like an end all, but like it's something that you're supposed to work on. So now it's just, okay, nope, I don't want to do this anymore. You haven't given me affection in the last couple of months, so we're done. I'm not getting anything. Move the fuck into your car, right? So I start my cats have been locked in a room for the last month. So I don't want them to
Why is that?
Because he doesn't want cat fur anywhere in his house.
Okay.
So I don't want, because I'm already like walking on eggshells here.
Salute to you, Nate. All good shot. Thanks for the membership. I'm out shopping now, so I'll watch this later. Have a good stream. Salute to the chat. Salute to you, sir. Safe travels.
Doesn't he want cat fur in his house?
Because it drives him insane, and that's fine. It's his house.
Says the house is normally like
Spotless.
Spotless, okay.
Spotless.
Gotcha. Okay, continue.
So, then I'm like, okay, in order to keep my cats out of the house, I have to put everything into the hallway, right? I have one individually put into the hallway. I'm putting it into this wagon, and
where's the wagon now?
the wagon is in the house.
Okay.
It should be in the house.
Carry on.
And then he proceeds to come and keep antagonizing me. I don't know how much of it I have on recording because he kept like stopping the record, you know? He kept like pressing stop record, stop record. I told you not to record me, but it's the only way that I can get evidence of this.
Okay.
So, and this also, I know that this bothers him, so I may have been antagonized.
Bro, she's making me stupid. Like my brain is just breaking down and turning to mush as I'm listening to this shit. Why is she living with him if he can't? Because she ain't got nowhere to go. She's just using him for a place to stay. He thinking they're boyfriend and girlfriend. As far as she's concerned, he's the benefactor. And she is the, queen of the castle. I guess.
Organizing him by doing that, and I understand that, but
By doing what?
By trying to record what he was saying to me.
Okay.
But it's like the only way that I felt like I have a safety net, you know?
Okay.
Like I felt like that's how I could protect myself. So he
Dude took a deep sigh.
antagonizing me in the way of like, okay, you want to know what the common denominator here is? You're always homeless. You always have something wrong with you. You're never put together. No matter how hard you work, you're always going to be homeless. You're never going to have money. You're the problem here. You're the problem. And that's when I freaked out and I fucking threw my litter box out of the room. And I picked up the litter box and I threw it into the fucking entryway. Into my car. You can see it's in my car, just as messy. Because I was being.
In the center console, it's a towel. Grab it for me. It's 2 towels. Just grabbing you. Hold on to that umbrella. So, in the midst of all this, right? I'd be remiss if I told you that there is some property damage within that house that went beyond the scopes of a kitty litter box. There's a lot of I wouldn't say a lot, but there is substantial damage in there. There's some.
She has not answered anything about breaking shit other than that kitty litter box.
I'd be remiss if I told you that there is some property damage within that house that went beyond the scopes of a kitty litter box. There's a lot of I wouldn't say a lot, but there is substantial damage in there. There's some candles that are broken. There's glass a lot of places. So, and all your recollection.
Do you remember breaking shit?
Use his diction, but the common denominator is you taking items from one place to another, and how you were taking those items from one place to another may have been altered by how high your senses were in the event of things. However, we still haven't gotten to this. When did this happen?
Okay, so then, right, so the litter box, that happens. I'm still taking all of my stuff out, Let's see. Okay, so the litter box.
And your phone is in the car right now.
My phone is in the car right now.
And your phone is functional.
It is functional, yes.
And there should be some video or some form of exculpatory evidence that could exonerate or
exonerate
you
me.
of
I'm
any
not trying to
wrongdoing.
exonerate anyone. I'm saying we got into an argument. I would like my belongings back. And
you don't know what exonerate means.
To get the fuck out of this man's life.
Gotcha.
That is it.
And I'm going to afford you an opportunity.
That's the clearest, best shit she could have said right there.
I'm not trying to exonerate anyone. I'm saying we got into an argument. I would like my belongings back and to get the fuck out of this man's life.
Gotcha.
That is it.
And I'm going to afford you an opportunity to go through your phone, show me any videos you may or may not have, and then we'll take it from there. Okay? All right.
Okay, I have 2 minutes. I only have 2 minutes from today. Let's see, but my phone. When I called you guys.
Okay, it's audio.
This is because he's trying to speak to my mother. Okay.
How did he call your mom?
No, he can't call my mom.
Oh, he wanted your mother's phone number.
he keeps telling me I need to speak to your mother because you have psychological issues, and I need to know how to deal with a person with psychological issues.
Because I'm knee deep in your fucking hair trying to wash scabies out, and I don't want you pulling on my leg.
This is not an isolated incident. This is an ongoing incident. What you obviously have not looked into. I've seen this before. Okay, I've been in financial stress before. Okay, you are obviously incredibly unhappy. Okay, and I do nothing but help you and support you, and you're very aggravated with my help and support. Okay, so I'm asking you.
No, she's good with the help and support. She just don't want to break you off none. So, that wasn't there wasn't a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship there as far as she was concerned. Right? Not that there had to be one. She has a different understanding of what was going on between y'all than you do, bro.
Okay, I'm asking you what I can do for you to help you. Okay? I asked you last night, would you like to go back to California? I'm here.
What are you gonna do? Pay for me to go back to California?
If that's what you need, yes. If that's what you need, yes. And then what am I supposed to do?
She's like, nah, just give me the money.
I ended a relationship at the most horrible time with you. It's horrible. It's horrible. What do you think? You're the only one that feels all this fucking stress all the time? You have nothing to do, so you're mad. If I'm here in the house, you're upset. If I'm not in the house, you're upset. What do you want to do? What?
Do you hear yourself, Ruskin?
I hear myself. What do you want to do?
What do I want to do? Right now, I want to get the fuck away from you.
You want to get the fuck away
Okay, so he says...
She acknowledged nothing that he said, nothing. She just said, I just want to get away from you.
Says there's 20 more seconds of this, but just so that you can get an idea. Yes.
Okay.
He will say all of these things like, I do this for you, I do this for you. Like, for instance, I let you stay in my house because you don't have a place to go. So I am doing this for you. He would say, I take you out to dinner, right? I take you out to dinner. Things like that. So I stopped allowing him to take me out to dinner. And I went and bought groceries. I started making him dinner. I started doing the things. And I'm like, okay, if he's letting me stay here and taking me to dinner is like him doing the world for me, and me, I'm doing nothing in return, more or less. That's what he's getting from this. Is like, I have nothing to give into this relationship. This is, I have told him about okay.
Now she's saying there's a relationship. Yeah, she needs to make up her mind. She incriminating herself with that video. She wilding.
So, I told you earlier that we've had issues for a couple months with the whole psychological thing, me feeling confused, why are you twisting things and putting them on me? When I get upset with you, you turn them on me and tell me that.
In this situation, and based on everything that's been said within this brief time that we've been here, even though it has been a lot, there is enough to affect an arrest where you would be the one to be arrested. Okay. Now, for the safety of your cats, because I too am a pet owner and they are equivalent to my children, I want to do what's in their best interest. And that you were previously involved in a police case, you have that case number, and that you need the police present so that you can gather your belongings because the court ordered you to do so, and then they will accommodate you as such. Okay. Where's the other cat?
In there.
Oh.
Wait,
in the car or in the house?
Cats in the house?
Yes.
I'm not sure what's happening. She took it from a civil matter to damaging property. She didn't think this out right. Bien pendeja. He cut the camera off. I wonder what he was, he was going to do some, give her some privilege and do something for her at that point.
She's going to jail. Anderson, do you have any property on you? Your car keys, your phone?
No.
Where might those items be?
They're in my car.
Your car keys and your phone? Okay. Would you like to take any of those items? Your phone or your car keys?
Are they going to be here when I get back?
Yes.
Move it right now. Right.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Better take that shit with you. What you going to do when you get out?
So you're okay with him being in possession of your keys right now? Okay. Let's go.
Now we're trying to get her together.
Backfire.
Yep. If you turn around, put your hands palm to palm, just like that. There you go.
The woman was arrested for domestic violence and damage to property. After spending 3 nights in jail, she was quickly released. To make matters
3 nights, that ain't quick. You know, now she gets to go home and compare the living situation.
worse, she was arrested again after returning and damaging his Rolls Royce once more. We hope her second arrest served as a lesson because the third time might not be so forgiving.
I really want to see the second. She went back. She went back after 3 days for revenge, right? She didn't think her calling the law on him was going to end up with her having 3 days and then getting popped off again because she couldn't control the fact that she got 3 days, treated herself.
Property. After spending 3 nights in jail, she was quickly released. To make matters worse, she was arrested again after returning and damaging his Rolls Royce once more. We hope her second arrest served as a lesson because the third time might not be so forgiving. Anyway, hit the subscribe button.
She's a nut, man. She is a nut. Let me put the link to dude's channel in the chat. What a nutmeg. She came back and flipped out again and said, "This I went to jail for 3 days for this Rolls Royce." Start kicking holes in it. I wonder if that video exists. That would be dope. I'd love to see part 2. The "We're Back" video. Salutes. 100's up in the chat for y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Poor guy indeed. Well, he probably a jerk off too. He allowed himself to get, to get tricked. That's on him. Let's see what else we got here. I'm not gonna be here much longer, but let's see if I find something short and decent. Definitely got tricked. Took the hit for however long it was, it was on him to take the hit. Let's get this out of here. Did that. Salutes. It is 12:30 on my side. Salutes to y'all. 100's up. Let me try not to get flagged on the way out of here. I got a couple. Let's see. Too many choices. Too many good choices. Let's see. Pretty privileged. Get shot. No more shootings. We did the shootings yesterday. We got flagged. We sacrifice a life every now and then for some good shootouts. So let's just do when the hero gets arrested by dumb cops.
Something unbelievable happened.
Want to know the secret to organizing your business? HoneyBook. HoneyBook.
Firefighter in the back of a police cruiser. How'd he end up in... A firefighter in the back of a police cruiser. How'd he end up in handcuffs? He says he was just doing his job.
We're done, sir. I had it.
What the hell's going on? I feel like I remember this clip.
Hey, check that out. I stopped to help somebody who's been shot. I'm getting arrested.
Usually heroes get rewarded for what they do, but sadly, these heroes get arrested by the police instead, and the reasons why are insane. Here are some instances where heroes ended up in jail, starting with this hero who tried to save the victim of a fatal shooting.
Thank you for teaching me not to be helpful, you fat...
On October 9th, 2020, Joseph Garces, a retired firefighter, was driving his Jeep in Santa Paula, California, when he spotted a shooting victim named Samir Salgado lying in the parking lot in a pool of blood. Without hesitation, Garces got out of his car and started doing CPR to the victim. Soon after, police officers from the Santa Paula Police Department came to the scene.
Don't go to the car. Don't go to that car. Stay over here. Stay over here. Stay over here. Come over here. That's your car?
That's my car. I was driving by. I saw it. I'm a retired firefighter.
Okay.
I'm not a part of this.
We don't know anything about that. We see a gun in the car. You're not going there. Do you have your ID?
It's in the car.
What's your name?
Joe Garces.
Joe Garces, you got to relax, okay? We know you're helping us out.
Wait, but you guys aren't listening either. That's part of the problem. Yeah.
So I said we appreciate your being involved. Okay. We're just running.
That's his knife. I took it out of his pocket to cut his shirt off.
And that's your vehicle?
Yeah, I was driving north. I saw the lady. They were looking this way, and I saw him down, and I thought it was beer or something. Spun around and came in, saw the blood. She said they were calling 911. I screamed, has he been shot? And she said, yeah, as I was pulling in.
Okay.
Saw the gunshot wound to the side of his face. I did a quick check, found the gun in his waistband, rendered it useless, stuck it inside my car, grabbed his knife, cut off his shirt, and then you guys started showing up.
Okay. Did you see anybody running, anybody leaving the area, anything?
Not a thing.
Garces gave his witness testimony to the officer, which was
He was thorough, concise, gave them all the information they need, told them exactly what happened. He's not there. They'd be sitting there with a body in the middle of the street. They don't know shit from Shinola. Gave them everything they need. How they turned this shit around on him, I don't get it. We're going to see. Shout out Vicente on the check-in. Shout out Chucky Chingo on the check-in. Salutes to you. Pigs that are power princesses. Man. They run up on him talking about you relax. And I get it. He got the gun in the whip or whatever. They don't know if he's the guy, but very concise information he's giving them. Fortunately, there's a lot of them.
A polite and respectful.
Not a thing.
Garces gave his witness testimony to the officer, which was a polite and respectful interaction. However, things took a turn for the worse when Detective Rivera from the Santa Paula police arrived and began to adopt a condescending attitude.
Get this guy out of here. Sir. He's a witness.
What the?
Relax, okay?
Hey,
We appreciate it.
Huh?
So I got a crime scene, sir. I'm a detective.
Yeah, and I'm here helping him, so step the off. Okay? If you're a good detective, you wouldn't be yelling at me right now. You'd be taking care of your job.
Over here.
You. I can't get the out of here.
Get out of my crime scene. Get out of my crime scene.
What are you going to do to me?
Get out of my crime scene. I'm going to make you next time. Get out of my crime scene.
Come with me, Mr. Garces. Mr. Garces.
That's my.
Come with me, Mr. Garces.
No wonder people don't give you guys the benefit of the doubt. And I worked with you for 27 years. When do I get my car back then? Hey, thank you for teaching me not to be helpful, you fat piece.
You have to step back. Step back. Step back. Step back. Step back. Step back. I don't know who you're.
Oh yeah, so now you're gonna come over with me, huh?
Bro, they sitting there beefing with this firefighter, and the woman of the man on the floor, I believe that's who that is, just walks up. She's asking if he's okay. They can't even tend to her, whatever she's going through, because they're having a sword fight. Some bullshit.
You're doing a really good job right now, aren't you?
I need you to back up.
You need to calm him. I need you to back up.
Come here.
No,
I got it. Come here.
No,
You need to take it down a notch.
You can take it down
a notch.
Somebody here's not controlling themselves.
Down.
It's you.
Take a deep breath.
Don't be a hypocrite.
I've taken a deep breath. It's your turn now.
Yeah, don't be a hypocrite.
You want to talk like adults? I'll let you go.
Okay,
You want to talk like
did you
adults?
start talking to me like an adult?
Do you understand how I need to
Do
do
you
my
see
job?
what you're doing wrong?
If you know how to do this job and you have a badge, then you would understand. Now, do you want to go to 148 if you have a badge?
It's so.
Bruh, I'm with the firefighter. You a detective? You want to talk? You want to cuss at your subordinates? You cuss at your subordinates, but to walk up and say, "Get this fucking guy out of here," like, bruh, you just walked up. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting here doing your job until you chumps got here.
Do you have a badge?
Yes,
Are you
I do.
retired?
Yes.
Do you want to go for 148 for being in a crime scene? Just because sergeants on patrol don't know how to do their job, and you were a
You're
cop
saying
at
your
one time-
sergeant doesn't know how to do his job?
Take him. Turn him around. Where's your badge at?
In my Jeep, like I keep saying, but you won't listen.
We're adding your Jeep.
Hey, you go see it when you look
Do
in
you
the
want
front
your
of
car?
Jeep.
Do you want me to have to write a search warrant and keep it, or do you want to keep your car? Do you want to get home as soon as possible?
I'm not talking anymore.
Okay. Sink him in this car right here. 64. What's your first name?
Joe.
Joe.
Hey, check that out. I stopped to help somebody who's been shot. I'm getting arrested.
Garces was detained in the back of the police car for nearly 15 minutes before the detective finally released him. As a result of this incident, Garces got a dislocated shoulder and a torn labrum, injuries that needed surgical intervention to fix. Afterwards,
he did kind of rip his arm down pretty hard, boy. But he did something like this, and dude said, "Give me that shit."
Garces took legal action against Detective Rivera and the city of Santa Paula, of which they ended up reaching a settlement out of court. Even though Garces got monetary compensation, he would be hesitant to help someone again in the future. However, things turned out even worse for the next hero who would end up regretting his brave actions forever.
The guy who pulls the gun isn't the one who goes to jail that night. You go to jail.
Exactly. On June 27th, 2023, Army veteran Matt Solon...
Wasn't that crazy? That police was wild and tore his shoulder out of place. All because he helped somebody out.
And Michael Loudermilk, the son of a Georgia congressman. 3. Army veteran Matt Solon and Michael Loudermilk, the son of a Georgia congressman, were out with their girlfriends in a bar's parking lot when a man named Dwight Cooper threatened them with a gun. Matt swiftly disarmed and subdued Cooper, forcing him to the ground. He then called 911 after taking the gun away from him.
Someone pulled a gun on me. This guy asked for a cigarette. We told him he doesn't have a cigarette. He's drunk, and he pulled a gun out on us. So I disarmed him.
Who has the gun?
I have the gun. It's disarmed. It has hollow points in it. It's a Glock.
I want you to stand there, and I want you to put that gun on the ground, okay? Do not have it in your hand when they pull up.
Working hard, but something's holding you back?
It's 8:01. You're...
Okay, it's on the ground.
Okay. Have it in your hand when they pull up.
Okay, it's on the ground.
Okay, tell them the gun's here and point to the ground, but keep your hands to where they can see them.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Where did that come from? It came from him bleeding from the head. The guy bleeding from the head? Yes, sir.
I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. Okay, do you think people ever lie to the police? Is it possible?
I could have got shot today.
Motherfucker, I called the police. I'm not just sitting here like make it make sense. Are you drunk, officer? Because you sound real fucking stupid right now. It ain't like y'all just happened upon us and you don't know who I am. You just see me on the phone. There's a record of me being on the phone. You're here because I called the police. You dumb bitch. You 50-year veteran of the force. You know what I'm saying? That had too many old styles and show up at the crime scene. All right? I called you. You didn't just happen upon us. I called you. No good deed goes unpunished. Fact. I called you.
Yep, me too. That's my job.
Yes, sir.
I don't know who you are.
That cop that I want. I think his name is Matt Thornton. I want to get him on this channel. I want to ask him questions. I want to talk to him. Because he be pointing out the bullshit these cops be doing. And he's a cop himself. He's just the only one that I see talking outside with some common sense. You know?
I don't know who you are. Okay, do you think people ever lie to the police? Is it possible?
I could have got shot today.
Yep, me too. That's my job.
I was in the military for 6 years. I think I know that.
Congratulations,
I was
sir.
in Afghanistan. I know exactly what danger is. If I'm not armed, you want to test me or frisk me or whatever?
You're fine. Just don't move, and there's nothing issue with that. Don't go reaching in your pocket, man. You just...
Get away to get thrown on the ground. Don't be stupid.
I understand completely. You're not exactly being
Probably a little drunk, too.
I'm putting him in my car.
Sure. Did I do something wrong?
I don't know what's going on. We're trying to detain you to figure out what's going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but did I do something wrong? Did I do something wrong or no? I mean, you guys wouldn't even be out here if I didn't call you.
Look at it this way, man. Anytime we show up on a call, we have to do what we can for safety reasons until we can safely ask everybody questions. We got one guy with a gun, one guy bleeding, so we detain, and we wait till everything calms down, then we start asking questions and kind of figure out what happens in the scenario, just so you know why you're sitting back here.
If you lose, you end up in the morgue. If you win, you're going to jail.
I have no idea why I'm sitting back here. It doesn't explain anything.
Matt, step on now.
Yes, sir. I had it under control, I feel like.
You had what under control?
The whole situation. I had him on the ground. I had him taken care of until the ambulance. I had it disarmed. And what else did you guys do?
All I'm told is that you're the last one to have the gun. You started touching your pockets and everything. I asked you not to, and you're like, hey, I'm the hero, or whatever you were saying.
Okay, sorry, sir.
So.
I see your perspective.
Matt got arrested and was later charged with felony possession of a firearm.
What?
Later, Both the police chief and Matt spoke to the media and explained what happened.
They look like father
Later,
and son, though.
both
Hold on, police chief. All right, take a good look at the police chief. All right, tell me there isn't some kind of funny business going on in Kennesaw County.
the police chief and Matt
Come on, man. That's his son right there, man. That's his child.
spoke to the media and explained what happened that day and the unjust reasons behind his wrongful arrest.
In your view, is Matt Solon a hero?
During his initial response, that yes, I agree with that comment. I think when the second act was taken, that's where the lines crossed, where he protected himself and the people he was with, and I commend him for that. Then part two is where he took action beyond that, and that's where he did cross the line.
Did that appear to be punitive rather than defensive?
Okay, they ain't talked to us about that. They didn't tell us that side of the story. What did they say he do? Stomped him out, gun butted him? You know, did he bust at him?
Yes.
He sounds rather cocky. He sounds like he sounds like he got beer balls. That's what it sounds like. Like he's had a couple of drinks and he feels tough, especially he just disarmed this guy. But what did he do to him?
That's where, and I commend him for that. Then part two is where he took action beyond that, and that's where he did cross the line.
Did that appear to be punitive rather than defensive?
Yes, that's what I saw.
But Matt told a different story.
I asked over and over and over again, what am I being arrested for? And Officer O'Brien said, he has rights too.
The gunman has rights.
The gunman has rights too. He was restrained and you hit him while he was restrained and that's why you're going to jail. And I was like, he's never been restrained. He's not restrained.
How long were you in jail?
About 35 hours.
The guy who pulls the gun isn't the one who goes to jail that night. You go to jail.
Exactly.
He isn't arrested till the next month.
No, and he's giving his gun back. They're going to see this when they run my plate, that I've been arrested before.
For a gun-related charge.
For a gun-related charge, right. And they're going to think in their head, oh, this guy just had a good lawyer. He got off it.
The district attorney dropped all charges against Matt Solon, saying he acted in self-defense. However, by then, the damage had already been done. If you are enjoying the video so far, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. In this case, the officers' actions messed up Matt's record forever, but what they did is nothing compared to what the next officers did. On February 4th, 2014, something unbelievable happened. A CHP Highway Patrol officer arrested Chula Vista firefighter Jacob Gregoire. The Chula Vista firefighters were providing medical aid to victims of a rollover car accident while using their fire trucks to block the road to keep everyone safe when an officer told them to move their trucks, warning them if they didn't, they'd get arrested. Jacob chose to stay, insisting he had a responsibility to the victim and couldn't just leave them.
Okay, I don't have time for a cell phone. This is ridiculous. CHP is arresting Engineer Gregoire for where he spotted the fire engine.
This is
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the
Kick.com.
like button. That's just I don't like closing the screen until I cover. Here, I'm gonna hit the like button right now. That's what I said. I will do. Done. No, I did it, jerk off. It's done. All right, salutes.
The most entertaining streaming platform.
Good night.
Whether you're into gaming, IRL, live music, esports, or just kicking it with streamers, there's
Hold on, what they bugging for?
Victim. Officer told accident while using their fire trucks to block the road. Medical aid is something unprepared to what the next officers did. On February 4th, 2014, something unbelievable happened. A CHP Highway Patrol officer arrested Chula Vista firefighter Jacob Gregoire. The Chula Vista firefighters were providing medical aid to victims of a rollover car accident while using their fire trucks to block the road to keep everyone safe when an officer told them to move their trucks, warning them if they didn't, they'd get arrested. Jacob chose to stay, insisting he had a responsibility to the victim and couldn't just leave them.
Okay, I don't have time for a cell phone. This is ridiculous. CHP is arresting Engineer Gregoire for where he spotted the fire engine.
That is some stupid shit right there, boy. Bro, you gonna pull me off of a body to fix the flow of traffic? The flow of traffic gonna have to wait. All right, be the police. Go direct traffic. Salute Vicente. Good night. You know what I mean? Go put your fucking patrol vest on and go direct traffic, bro. I'm over here saving a life. you putting firefighters in handcuffs. How stupid you sound.
We asked you to clear the road and you said...
So where he spotted the fire engine.
It's unbelievable you have to do this. It's unbelievable you guys have to treat us like this. We're on the road trying to help you guys. We asked you to clear the road and you said no and you'll get arrested if you're moving it.
We're in the middle of patient care with patients on the freeway. They're putting him in handcuffs at this time and walking him away.
That's crazy talk right there. What the fuck kind of power trip are you on? You know what I mean? Would you pull a firefighter out of a burning house because they left their truck in the middle of the street? What are you talking about? You sound stupid. You sound stupid.
Chief of the Chula Vista firefighters backed up his...
Him in handcuffs at this time and walking him away.
The chief of the Chula Vista firefighters backed up his colleague's choice, saying that putting the victim's life first was crucial. Jacob was released 30 minutes later. He showed great bravery by putting the victim's life first. But in the next case, another hero faced serious...
Bro, that shit pissed me off. That sounded stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You want to move the trucks right now? Do you know how to do what I'm doing to this person that's, drifting away right here on the street? Do you know how to handle that? You don't know how to handle that? Then why you in my business right now? Huh? Why don't you go direct traffic, bro? Huh? You know how to drive a truck? Figure it out. Do it yourself. Like if the firefighter was just chilling, shooting the shit. Yeah, he's not just hanging out. What are we talking about here, stupid? That's just crazy to me. The lack of common sense in the world, like, it's crazy to me. I don't get it. Listen, there's people that understand. There's people that are a million miles away from my level of not only education but intelligence. Right? There's people that could tell you, how the hadron collider works, or break down an engine for you, or you know what I'm saying. But stupid is just stupid. It's all the same. There's nothing unique about it. It's crazy. Gonna lock up the fireman that's out there doing chest compressions on somebody that was just in an accident. Because see, sometimes accidents, we look at accidents sometimes and we think sometimes that there's somebody that caused it, somebody acting stupid, and that happens a lot. And then sometimes there's, somebody was, irresponsible, or anything could happen. Sometimes it's just an accident. Something blows on the car, you hit something, a gust of wind, whatever it is. Sometimes it's just an accident. But these people out there, they need help. They're trying to keep them alive, and you worried about traffic. You worried about where I left my truck. Fuck out of here, man. Wow.
Consequences for doing a similar act of bravery.
We're done. No, we're done.
Consequences for doing his life first. But in the next case, another hero faced serious consequences for doing a similar act of bravery.
We're done. No, we're done. Hey, we're done, sir. I had administrative.
On July 26, 2017, police officers from the Salt Lake City Police
this one before.
Department went to the University of Utah Hospital to take a blood sample from a victim who was involved in an accident after a vehicle pursued by the police during a car chase collided with his vehicle, causing it to explode. This resulted in several injuries and burns, leaving the victim in a coma. When the officers got there, the nurse in charge, Alex Wubbles, stopped them from a coma, causing it to explode. After a VD of Utah Hospital to take a blood sample from a victim who was involved in an accident after a vehicle pursued by the police during a car chase collided with his vehicle, causing it to explode. This resulted in several injuries and burns, leaving the victim in a coma. When the officers got there, the nurse in charge, Alex Wubbles, stopped them from taking a blood sample, and the ensuing interaction quickly descended into chaos.
So I printed this off. That's what I was told to print off.
So they were chasing somebody, and the somebody that they were chasing hit somebody else, and that somebody else hit the truck, everything blew up, led to burns on the victim. The cops are trying to get a blood test from the person that was hit by the person they were chasing so that they can see if he had anything in the system, so they don't got to take all the blame for that shit. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong. That's some bullshit. Salutes Deb Heiser. Hate to leave. Have my daughter's baby shower tomorrow. Hope everyone has a good night. Salutes to you. Have a great night. Have a great baby shower. All right. Blessings to the family. Salutes. They needed a warrant for that blood in DUI cases. But here's the question. Is this a DUI case? They're chasing somebody, Chucky. That somebody hit somebody else. They want to test that somebody else that ain't had shit to do with it. And try to put the blame on them. She did right. Well, what?
Brad, I'm just putting on speaker so you can
Example, and the ensuing interaction quickly descended into chaos.
So I printed this off. This is what I was told to print off. And Brad, I'm just putting on speaker so you can. So I have this. It says obtaining blood samples for police enforcement from patients suspected to be under the influence. Okay, this was something that you guys agreed to with this hospital. The three things that allow us to do that are if you have an electronic warrant, patient consent, or patient under arrest, and neither of those things. The patient can't consent. He told me repeatedly that he doesn't have a warrant, and the patient is not under arrest.
Boom, she nailed it. That's it. Nailed them to the wall. Done deal. She had the three criteria that they needed, and that's it. It should be case closed. They should put their head down, hold this L, and walk out with that shit. All right, salute Zoraida. Congratulations to Deb. And she have a great baby shower. Agreed. They definitely trying to clean it up, Chucky. She's on point.
Neither of those things. The patient can't consent. He told me repeatedly that he doesn't have a warrant, and the patient is not under arrest. So I'm just trying to do what I'm supposed to do. That's all. So.
Okay, so I take it without those in place, I'm not going to get blood. Is that? Am I fair to surmise that?
The nurse stopped the officers from getting a blood sample from the unconscious patient, citing it was against hospital policy and legal regulations. It was unsurprising that the officers failed to meet the necessary requirements. Their motive for seeking the blood sample was questionable. They sought to determine if the victim had consumed any drugs or alcohol, potentially to justify the car crash, as police regulations strongly discourage high-speed chases on busy traffic to avoid endangering civilian lives, a protocol the officers seem to have neglected, resulting in the crash.
I don't know. I have no idea why he's laying me.
Shout out Velez. There's many of them cases where cops try to violate your rights, just like when they ask you for ID when you haven't done anything. Yeah, that guy Matt Thornton, he's like, bruh, if we can't get past that one, there's no hope. You know what I mean? That ID and shit, they just be, they use it as a way to just, it's just hilarious, man. That ID shit is funny. Say no to me, how dare you? This is when she realized the line shit. This is her villain origin moment right here. Salutes Diego Ramos on the check-in. Salutes to everybody that's been checking in and checking out. If you have yet to hit the like button, please do. Salutes. If she does it, then it's her ass and the hospital's being sued. Facts. She ain't going. But she was smart enough, because you can see she's stumbling. They're putting pressure on her, but she was smart enough to have those three things locked down. Like, they ain't got this, and this. Period.
To avoid endangering civilian lives, a protocol the officers seem to have neglected, resulting in the crash.
I don't know. I have no idea why he's laying me. I'm just representing. Why are you blaming the messenger?
She's the one that has told me no.
Yeah, but sir, you're making a huge mistake right now. Like you're making a huge mistake because you're threatening to murder yet.
Frustrated about not having his way, the officer did something really shocking.
Oh, please. No, we're done. No, we're done. You're arrested.
Hey.
We're done.
Sir, I have
Bro, that's kidnapping what he just did to her, bro. He just snatched her.
Pain.
Students with ADHD save 10 hours
Somebody like me knows the law, right?
studying with this Chrome extension.
But no.
Or knows or has a basic understanding that he knows he's wrong, right? If I go to help her, he gets to shoot me right where I stand. Wow. If they didn't lock him up for doing what he just did to her, that's crazy. He might as well have grabbed her around the throat and you know what I'm saying? Wow. He's wilding with his old coach hairstyle and shit, Cookie from fucking Bozo Show.
Not having his way,
Should've
the
gave
officer
that
did
shit up,
something
bro.
really shocking.
You don't know how to let go.
No, please. No, we're done. No, we're done. You're under arrest.
Hey.
We're done.
Sir, I had administrative.
He's wilding.
Seriously. Payne.
Then walk.
That was some coward ass shit he just did right there.
Detective Jeff Payne, who was later identified as the officer in question, forcefully grabbed the nurse, slamming her against the wall and handcuffing her simply because she chose to follow the law and protect her patient's rights. Soon after, Detective Payne's boss, Lieutenant James Tracy, came to the scene and began to pressure and manipulate the nurse into complying with their demands to give them the blood
Oh, I want to hear this. I hope they play this.
sample.
Okay. The problem is this. Okay. You're telling me what your policy is, and I appreciate that you have a policy.
It's not my policy.
No. I know.
No, I'm not trying to do anything. I'm being told what to do and what
Okay.
I've been told.
And what I'm trying to tell you is, we wanted blood from this guy. Now, I have talked to people, and there's probably a much better solution that we could have come to. Okay. But.
That's bullshit. She had her 3 criteria. Now, Porky Sr. over here is coming over here to tell her, you know, we know that you met your criteria, but, you know, we could have flipped your logic on its head 15 different ways. Then why didn't you? You had this monkey motherfucker drag me outside, and now you out here, you know, trying to sell me a bridge in Brooklyn. Fuck out of my face.
But all we had to do was blood. Okay.
I've been told.
And what I'm trying to tell you is, we wanted blood from this guy. Now, I have talked to people, and there's probably a much better solution that we could have come
there's
to.
not.
Okay. But all we had to do was the blood. Okay. And my point is, there are civil. If we're breaking the law, if we're doing wrong, okay.
Just listen to him.
Listen to me. If we're doing wrong, there are civil remedies. Okay, if we took this blood illegally, it all goes away. All right? So there's civil remedies if we make a mistake. What I'm telling you is we are not making mistakes. Okay? I've done this for 22 plus years. I know what the law is when it comes to search and seizure.
Now, you just know that you've been bending laws for 22 years. That's what you know. You know how to, you know, how to put pressure on people. And guess what? Your old ways ain't working with the cameras on and all of this shit nowadays. You know? Shout out Zorada. She doesn't have to give it to him. It's against HIPAA law.
All right? And what you have done, because your bosses are telling you to, has been to prevent this officer.
Fuck that officer. That officer assaulted her.
Who was called out to do a job, to do his job. That's obstructing the justice. Okay?
These 2 officers clearly have serious ego issues. The nurse was eventually released and later agreed to a $500,000 settlement with Salt Lake City and the University of Utah over the incident. Detective Jeff Payne was subsequently terminated from his position, and Lieutenant Tracy was demoted 2 ranks below to the role of a patrol officer after internal investigations conducted by the Salt Lake Police Department.
Y'all actually got to keep y'all job, or keep, not y'all jobs, but a job after that. They should have got rid of your punk ass. Salutes, Jonathan is back. But I'm about to call it, y'all. Let's give away these last 5 memberships of the night. And push on, because it's already, 1 a.m. on my side of town. Again, my East Coasters going to be salty. It's on West Coast hours tonight. Let's see. All right, 5 more memberships going out right now. All right. Let's get it. All right. Jizzle 160 was in here the other day. Salutes. Adrian Bugarin was in here the other day. That seems about it, but salutes to them. Appreciation to them. All right, they'll get their notification. They've been gifted memberships, and they will be privy to all the membership perks for the next 30 days. Salutes. All right, boom. And that's it, man. We hung out, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging out today. Let me go through the chat, see what's up to y'all. Hundreds up. Shout out Albert Flores. Salutes to Zoraida. Brittany Montalvo. Young Jizzle. Shout out 298 Sosa. Jonathan Pantoja. Shout out Yael. Shout out ECA 22. 5,500 pounds. Deb Heiser, salutes. Velez 408. William Borden. Shout out Fernando for checking in. Perfecto J. Shout out Miguel Lopez. Salutes to Nate. Let's see. Shout out Chucky Chingon. Appreciate you, sir. Diego Ramos for checking in. Vicente, salutes to you. Yeah. Congratulations, new members. Where you been, Jonathan? Wake up from the nap. My bad, guys. I'm surprised y'all still here. So am I. Salutes. We're here, though. All right, with that said, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. I'm going to do some editing. I'm going to go do it in my chair. Go do some editing, get that popping. Put out some videos this week. And try to keep things moving, man. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Subscribe if you have yet to do so. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we're going to go out the same way we came in. We're going to go out with the new intro and outro video. So, salutes. I appreciate y'all. Salutes, Chucky. Y'all have a good night. After party in the Discord. See y'all there. We ain't have to put nobody in the bathroom. Shout out to Adrian Bugarin. Got the young gifted membership. Salutes to you. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you for checking in. Hit the like button if you can. All right. And, for those that missed it tonight, catch the replay gang. Let's get it. Zoraida, salutes to the Unexpected Live. Great as always, Shy. Exposing these officers abusing their power. Have a great night, y'all. Try to get some rest, Shy. Salutes to you, Zoraida. I appreciate you. Chucky Chicon, good night, fam. Salutes to you. Jonathan says, let's get it popping in the Discord. Salutes, Adrian. I appreciate you. Right, we didn't have to send nobody to the bathroom. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Everybody was cool. Small crowd, but good crowd. Salutes. All right, maybe we'll start looking into this Venezuelan situation. I don't know, and we'll stay in contact about any news. You guys get any information? Make sure you guys let me know. And if it's something big enough that we go live, we go live. Diego, who knows? Today's not a J day. Congratulations, Adrian. But again, man, salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Have a great night. Make sure you check out something on the channel. And I will holla. Peace. Almost at 10K, man. Almost. We working on it. Salutes to y'all. Good night.
Hanging from a thread till you dead, cause your partner put a price on your head, cause your chick was laying up in his bed. She getting details, spilling every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale of fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep part. You a savage, you can have it, just show how your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, the soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I'll survive, find this lands for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, stray bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shivering, it's a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence, dare you to say something. No sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next, open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against the breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers was shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving.